Hello, hello. We are back with Terra Nullius, going into our last part of season finale of season 4. And one quick thing I wanted to say before we move any further is just like because Emily brought up a good point, and I want to be on stream officially. So the reason that we were able to use Toidy's life energy in this instance, because right, the whole point of coming here and killing Erendira was so she was incredibly powerful, and if you killed her, you could use her life energy to power the Ascension. It's why you couldn't just kill something random and use it. The reason Toidy's life energy was able to be used was because of everything he went through. Was because of Balam, was because of the wild magic that's inside of him. His soul, his life energy, he was like irreparably changed by all of that and supercharged. And so Darius was able to use that. Yeah, and by the orb too, yeah. So that is the reason that happened. There is no continuity error. We can move on. So we come back. We see Miggy disappear.
Ari just like screamed. She's like, "What?"
I bet. Yeah.
Well, because she has no idea what's happening.
Exactly. You have no idea. So
no clue.
Yep. It's the Pteranodon's turn.
I mean, they're all gonna bite at.
Yep.
Erendira. So 3 are with advantage.
Oh, there's 5, aren't there?
Yeah.
2 more.
So
1 miss.
One hit.
Only one hits. Yeah.
For a pitch
one
like
damage.
1 damage.
1 damage. Yep.
Does that kill her?
Perfect.
How does she look? Does she look really
No.
bad now?
I mean, she looks fairly bad in comparison, but
I
Thanks
hate
for trying
you.
to be nice to our
I'm
fragile,
just saying.
our fragile emotional states right now, Caleb. I
Yep.
appreciate it.
Yep.
What a benevolent DM.
Ari, what besides screaming? What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna bend down and cast Cure Wounds on Raya
Oh, hello.
with my last spell slot.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Because I figured Darius could probably do more things than Ari at this point, honestly. So, Cure Wounds at first level for 6 points of healing.
Excellent.
Very nice.
And then, so that way Darius can use his action and bonus action heal you.
As soon as I go like, did it work? As soon as I
Did what work?
Darius, do you respond to that?
Darius, question, does Darius know, that it officially worked since he's, tied to this whole thing? How does Darius feel?
I mean, couldn't Raya know when she wakes
Honestly,
up?
Raya would know when she
would've-
woke up
I
that it
would've
would work.
known.
Yeah.
So probably-
you
So
say
maybe I
that.
would say it worked.
You say that, and yeah, that's actually true. Raya, you wake up and you're like, it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I would have said that instead.
And you know the reason that is the way it is because you now have you feel this overwhelming compulsion to save Raya.
Ari.
Or sorry, save Ari. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Jordan,
Because obviously that's the gauge.
So now she's my protector. Great.
That's
Yup.
just...
wait,
We're
I
protecting
gotta ask,
each other.
Jordan, did you hear Emily's idea? Because it's something you can do too.
What was her idea?
I mean, I have a plane shift scroll, and we're all standing next to
Oh.
each other to hold hands to try and use
Yeah.
it.
But you have
That's
plane
true.
shift stuff too, so two tries are better than one.
Oh, you mean just to yeet out of here right now?
Yes, yeet out of here right now.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna die if we don't.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, I wasn't kidding when I told Miggy, if you go back, you guys are all gonna die, so you might as well
Yeah.
take this.
Yep.
There's no way you're
We
getting out of
completed
here.
our mission. There's no way we're beating Erendira right now. It's
Yeah.
just not happening. I could maybe still turn off Watley, but who
You
knows?
still have Erendira. A 6th level spell did 6 damage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna plane shift us out of this. Out of this joint.
But to where? That's really the question.
I mean, Feywild, if any, unless you know of another place in another plane that is, I would
I
say,
swear, if you plane shift us to Shibolba right now,
You
Oh my
could.
gosh. Plane shift
You
us to-
absolutely could.
Try and plane shift us to Snoom's house.
I mean, honestly, if you went to Shibolba, you'd be safe. with.
True.
You are quite familiar with it.
Well, it's Ari's turn first.
Yeah.
What is Ari?
Well,
do?
I already cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
That was my turn.
Oh,
Correct.
right. Of course. And then it's Darius' turn. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yep. Sorry, I didn't realize.
So what's Jordan gonna do? What's Darius gonna do?
So Raya just confirmed it worked. So
Yeah, I like it worked. It worked. Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
it is finished.
because we could plane shift to the Feywilds, and then Raya could use the scroll to plane shift us back to
Well, if it works, I have to make a roll for it
Okay.
for mine. But we'd be safer in the Feywild than here.
Very, very true.
I mean, because what you
Cannot
could
be
do,
said of a
right,
lot
is
of places.
what we can do, right, is we can go to the Feywild, and then I can put up the beans right away, so that way we're at least like, okay, let's like get ourselves composed and like.
And explain
know.
what happened.
I'm just debating between going to the Feywilds and actually going to Shibolba. Like the idea intrigues me so much, but I just don't.
It might not be good for Ari.
What are the
wouldn't-
downfalls to going to Shibolba other than like character wise? It probably might be physically the safer choice. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I've never been there before, so
Right, because that's like Raya would not think about going to Shibalba because that would not come straight to her mind. Like if I plane shifted us out of here, it'd be to the Feywild.
But if Darius is doing it,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is like because you have more knowledge with Shibalba, you could decide if that was a good choice,
I mean,
and we'd all just go.
considering how danger it was there whenever Darius was there.
That's a good point, actually. He might not do that either.
Like, I think the thought probably crosses his mind. Then he's like,
Well, come to think of it, you do still have Death's Hood. He might not be happy to see you.
yeah,
Oh, true.
That is actually a good point.
I'm not giving that back until I'm ready.
When death takes me, it'll be on my terms.
You did say that.
Yep. No,
So,
this was an accident.
yeah. I mean, okay. So then
Yeah,
Feywild.
for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna
That's what you're gonna try.
I'm gonna grab my hands and try to get the heck out of Dodge.
All right, you do it, and you realize you're already in the Feywild.
Okay.
Wait,
Right, because we're in it. we're in it
Erendira's palace is
in
in
the
the
Feywild.
Feywild.
Okay. Okay.
And so your plane shifting ability only goes from plane to plane. You can't move around
Right.
within a plane.
Okay. So then I can just try and plane shift us back to the Burning Sanctum then.
Well, but would he know if he tried it? Then would he just know that it?
Yeah. So you spend your turn doing that.
So I
Yeah.
just
And you
basically
realize-
waste my action.
Yes.
but no, that's
Because you
that's
realize
important though, because now
But now you know you're in the Feywild.
Now
Yeah.
we know.
That's
what I was thinking.
Now,
about that,
here's
like,
the
at
other
same
issue, though, is
Uh-huh.
that we know that if we go into the regular plane, we're gonna get surrounded by a bunch of Yuan-Ti.
No,
Not if we use the scroll, because we can teleport to a
No.
specific location with the
Yeah,
scroll.
yeah. For
Oh,
with me,
okay.
I can say.
Yeah.
I
Got
can
it.
say a specific. So I can say the Burning Sanctum. Like that's
Yeah.
what it's called, the Burning Sanctum,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So everybody.
Would you take us to the Burning Sanctum, though?
Where else are you gonna go?
I'm trying to think if I would take us to the Burning Sanctum or if I would. I think I would say like the Burning Sanctum.
Yeah.
I
I honestly can't think of any other
If I
place you
didn't
would
say
say.
the Burning Sanctum, it would be like going back to like my parents' house in Africa, because that's a place that I would identify as safe.
So,
Navarro's palace? No.
does it have to be a place that you've been to?
It has to be a
Plane
place.
shift.
It's like a thing you have to like say a city or something, and then you can try and get around there, and you will possibly get around that area. Maybe not exactly.
Here's a thought.
You can
Pod.
specify a target destination in general terms, and you appear in or near that destination.
Yeah.
I just character wise.
Yeah.
I actually, well, and player, I guess. I don't think the Burning Sanctum is a good idea. We just created a new god of death that wasn't their candidate. And on top of that, we just kind of abandoned Nahuatl and left her there. I don't think they're gonna like us very much when we get
Yeah,
there.
that was kind of my thought too. I'm like,
You know, in classic Terra Nullius style, you just kind of
So,
like never make
I'm
any
just
allies
kinda
and slowly
thinking-
lose all of your friends.
Why don't you just transport us to
Europe,
Cebu's camp?
but she's not familiar. Does
I
she
mean,
have
it
to
just
be-
says
So
A place.
specify a target destination.
destination in
The-
general
The
terms.
thing is would that count for the spell of just saying Cebu? Is that like or like Cebu's
A
camp?
target
That's not,
destination.
Because like Cebu's camp is not the same as saying the city of whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's not a set location. So that's why like I thought about just like saying that, but I was like, well, how would I get there? I don't know where he is.
Could you say the
Mhm.
north mainland? Like, because do we know the general area of where?
My thing is I
Yeah.
need to get us somewhere where we can safely at least spend an hour to heal.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't
Well, I
necessarily
think-
need a long rest, but we need to safely get somewhere to spend an hour. I don't know where Cebu is right now. I
Yeah.
don't know if he's in the middle of the city, like an Erendira city. I don't know.
Yeah.
Plus, if you just pick a random place like that, it might end up being near another snake.
I just still don't think that the Burning Sanctum is going to be safe. Is the problem?
It's
Right,
safer
that's what
than
I'm
anything
saying
ever-
then. I'm saying in that case, like my other option that I would immediately think of is just like going home. Because
Okay.
like there's nothing else to do here. Like we completed our mission, and if we don't get out of here to somewhere safe, we are going to die. So
Yeah. So
I mean, we could also transport.
I also
to,
don't even know if it's gonna
um,
happen because I
That's-
haven't rolled it yet.
Right.
Like it's
I know. I'm just.
Nahuatli's turn is before me. We could all still die.
All she can do
That's
is
true.
punch.
Well,
So-
Who knows?
the only other possible option of where we would teleport to would be the original camp,
Yeah.
Right.
or where like to the
Yeah.
other island that
yeah.
everyone's.
No, the Isle of Solemn Graves. You could do that.
That place
But-
isn't necessarily safe either, though. And
Well, we don't know
Raya,
that.
Raya knows that though because she saw the swarms attack the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Raya would
Oh,
have a
that's
hint of that at
right.
least. Yeah.
So, I mean,
I mean, it makes
Darius,
sense
you
to me
could
that-
still have your bonus action to heal us.
Yeah, that's what I
more,
was gonna
just
do.
saying.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and do that. Everybody,
Yeah.
go ahead and
That's a good idea.
take that 1d6. Anyone that's under half.
Everybody is under half.
Let's see.
11.
Why
Okay.
did-
I'm actually not doing too shabby right now.
What? There's
think
an
I'm-
error
I
in
think
my
I'm a-
formula?
I think I'm about half right now.
There we go.
That immunity to fire damage, though.
Okay, let's get through Nahuatli's turn and then go from there.
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
Darius tries it and then he says, "Oh, hey," and he says like in Dwarven to you
We're
too.
in the Feywild?
Oh, we're in the Feywild. Huh. I don't know
Yeah.
how I didn't pick that up with the hood earlier, but you know.
I mean, this is like a special like pocket
Yeah.
dimension of the Feywild. Like Erendira is like carved out for herself, but yeah. Okay, cool. So Nahuatli. I think she picks up Miggy's dagger, I guess.
Well, does the dagger just go with him? Like,
I don't know.
He was holding it.
make a
Okay,
luck save.
Well, because what I'm saying is, if
Mm-hmm.
like would it not just go with him? Because wouldn't all the stuff that's on him go with him? Like,
Right.
are his clothes a pile on the floor right now? I wouldn't like.
I'm trying to think if we have a precedence for this.
For making a new god of death and whether or not their clothes go with them.
Caleb, here's
He
what I was
played
saying.
Well, a
Caleb.
similar precedent.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
if you think about it, he plane shifted.
Yeah,
yeah,
Jordan.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He plane shifted.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So there's no weapons on the floor. Okay. So I guess Nahuatli. I don't
Punches?
know what she does.
He's just so sad that this most boss woman.
Well,
that he-
she's sad that she doesn't know because she knows how dangerous she is.
I think I have an idea of what she might try to do. Like, could she try to grapple or something? Like, that's kind of the only thing that.
Why would you say that, Jordan?
Because-
Why would
Yeah.
you say that?
I mean, that's just the only thing that makes.
Yeah, okay, so she tries to, like, grapple you, Darius, I think, so she can, like, keep you, like, pinned, basically.
Right.
So opposed athletics.
Man, she is just not rolling great in strength.
No,
Does
no.
Jordan have a way to get advantage here?
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
an
it's in his-
11. Like, I don't think that's
It's likely he'll
super
succeed.
hard.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
likeliness. I mean, it was also likely that she'd roll higher than that.
Yeah.
It's also likely you wouldn't get a natural 20 to grab her shield, but
Right. So, did I do Darius's favorite memory of Miggy or anything like that yet? Because I did.
Nope.
I don't think so.
I did Raya and Toity. Okay, yeah, so okay, Darius's favorite memory of Miggy was every time he saw Miggy make Ari smile.
Aww.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. You shipped them together. Yep.
Oh yeah.
We got shipped over
Darius's
here.
OTB.
That's true. All right. Make that strength. Make that athletics check.
Get ready.
Oh, good.
Wow, that is
I
a
didn't
very good
realize you
thing.
only had
Wow.
3 to athletics. I thought it was much.
Oh,
bigger.
never mind. Yeah.
Old Darius had better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you managed to get her off you.
One of the second most important roles of the night now.
Raya.
okay.
Are you gonna try to
What's
free her,
going
or are
on?
you gonna TPS out?
So,
Instant
I
transmission. Let's go.
take out the scroll for plane shift.
Yep.
And from a little inspiration for this role in Raya's mind is just kind of like, well, I figured out, like, with all of this, clearly can't do this on my own. We may have gotten a god of death, but we still can't defeat, like, this evil even together. So I guess it's just time to go home. So as she, like, reads the plane shift scroll, she says, like, Olafemi Manor, if that's like
I was just thinking, technically they know. There's the guy who has, like, the scrying stuff. They already know what happened, probably. Well, no. Can you scry? Yeah. Can you scry to a different dimension? I don't know.
Kizine would probably know that there's another god of death because he's kind of like a priest of the god of death. But okay, there's a roll you have to make for the scroll.
I mean, it's the same thing that
Toity did.
Toity had to make. So what is that roll?
For you, it would be a wisdom check. And what's the level of the
check.
spell?
It's
7.
DC
So it's a DC 17.
Yeah. And it's just barely because I just got 6 levels. So if it was a 6, then I wouldn't even have to make a check. But alas. Okay, guys, this is our last chance. If this doesn't work,
Yeah, if this doesn't work, y'all
we're,
are
like,
probably dead.
really dead, I think.
Yeah, you can do any inspiration stuff.
I was trying to do inspiration.
Oh, right.
Talking with all that.
Yeah,
Do I
of
need
course.
to-
Yeah.
It's like,
Of
do I
course,
need to
take
give
advantage.
more? I'll
Yeah,
give
sorry.
more.
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just wisdom check, not save.
Wisdom check.
Okay.
Yep.
Nope. It
Oh
fails.
no!
So
What happens?
and the scroll just goes away.
Nope.
Yeah. So Raya.
Wait, no. There's specific things that happen when it's this.
Oh yeah. Let me look at that again.
140.
What?
Of the dungeon menus.
I thought the scroll
It
was just,
depends.
like,
Let me look at it again.
useless.
There's scroll mishaps.
Oh.
I guess it's up to
I mean,
Caleb
I
if
didn't
it happens.
I didn't even know that they were a thing as a player. I feel like Raya would know as a magic user, but
Let me look.
I didn't know as a player.
No, I think it's an alternate rule.
Okay.
On a failed check, the spell disappears from the scroll with no other effect. So, honestly, up to you, Emily. Do you want a scroll mishap or do you want to do?
I mean, you're gonna die.
You do whatever you want to do, Caleb.
Let's take a look at the scroll mishap table, shall we?
It's not a lot of stuff. There's one that's like it happens in 12 hours or something like that. I don't know.
Because that'll be useful.
Wouldn't that be funny?
I'll be alive then.
Oh, that's 2.5. Oh, it might just be a earlier version thing.
I have it on page 140 of the Dungeon DM's guide.
Oh yeah, it's a variant rule.
Okay.
140. I don't know. I feel like that might be interesting, right? I feel like that's more interesting than nothing happens, right?
You're the DM.
Okay, roll a d6.
Okay.
Oh, actually, wait a second. First, before you do that.
Okay.
Make an intelligence save.
Okay.
Plus 5.
That's true. That might be the nothing happens.
14.
Yes. So the variant rule is a creature who tries and fails to cast a spell from a spell scroll must make a DC 10 intelligence saving throw. If the saving throw fails, roll on the scroll mishap table. So you succeeded on that. So you sense that the magic could have been unleashed, but you force it to not be unleashed.
Okay.
In a bad way.
So
nothing happens.
That was my action.
Yep.
As my bonus action.
Man, I love that failing because I feel like it just shows if you guys get out of this somehow, that would be like an oracle for Raya that like you can't go home. Like I'm sorry, like you have to see this through to the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like would Raya try to go in the orb and be like, any plane shifting buddies here? Like, let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even have an action anymore because that was my
that would be
action,
next
so,
turn. Yeah.
If it's not gonna happen though.
Yeah.
Gonna use my bonus action to cast Healing Word. At this point, I'm next to Erendira. I'm dead. I feel like once Ari knows what we did, she's not gonna be very happy with us. So I'm gonna try and curry some good favor right now.
Actually, don't do it because I am like just under half.
Okay, I'll heal Darius then with Healing Word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Whoa, 10.
Okay.
Because then I can get even more with because Darius, you don't get your own healing, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, then never mind. I guess it wouldn't have mattered, but
it wouldn't have.
I guess you could still heal. It's up to you. Sorry, I just was trying to be strategic in where that was being divvied up.
It won't really matter. I'm about to die.
Yeah, Erendira screams, "What did you do?"
I have to be alive to tell you.
Yeah, she. Do you try that?
I mean, if she's screaming it like that, I'm like, how are you gonna find out if I'm dead?
She's like raising the spirit to kill you. Okay, make a persuasion check. I mean, yeah, like legitimately, right? Like that.
How many times can Darius do the plane shift thing?
9.
No, yeah, that's a 9.
It's fine. I'm
Yeah,
at least
so-
dying with
In theory, I could try plane shifting again.
If you get a turn.
Yeah,
Assuming Erendira doesn't somehow insta-kill all three of us.
Erendira is gonna. We'll do this one at a time because she might like move and stuff. So she's gonna attack you once, Raya.
Okay.
Oh.
No, that misses.
Imagine.
No, that's fine. It misses.
Oh wait,
Do you have
reaction.
Darius? You have a reaction.
Yep.
You have a reaction.
It still hits. My AC is 18.
Oh really?
Yeah, because I don't have my
I thought your
chainmail
AC
anymore.
was 19.
When I had my chainmail. My AC is 18.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter anyway.
Okay.
I'm down.
You're down. Okay. Now the question would be, does she just fly to Ari and then just try to like take you all out?
I mean, in a rage, she...
Or does she just keep stabbing Raya?
Wisdom save?
I don't know what would be the best
I was
decision
about to say,
in this
I don't
case.
even know what the smart thing to do would be.
Well, you just roll to see what it is. I mean,
Yeah, Jordan.
I just think that, okay, like, I would feel like, okay, she's down. I just want to knock all of them out ASAP.
Mm-hmm.
Would be my...
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of feeling,
Well,
too.
I
I don't
mean,
think she would...
in just like a flurry of anger, would she wouldn't attack the pterodons, really? Like, I just wasted my conjure animals. Like,
Yes.
come on.
Yes. You definitely did.
Don't make me waste my conjure animals on this, Caleb.
The
Come on.
Pteranodons did some good damage.
It's true, yeah.
They did like 15 damage on her.
Mm-hmm. So... I'm gonna she's gonna fly over, attack you, Ari.
She gets 3 attacks of opportunity.
5.
4.
She
5.
gets...
All 5. Yeah, all 5.
Oh, yeah, there's
And
5
3 of them will have advantage.
I mean, not that it's not going to matter. She's not going to go down from...
You never know!
So 1 hits
1 hit.
for 3 damage.
Would the
Damage.
last one not have advantage because it would be the bottom right corner that was flanking?
Oh, right.
Yes,
yeah.
that would also...
Okay, so then another 3
There we
damage.
go.
Okay.
6 damage.
Thanks, Pteranodons. Appreciate it.
So another attack on Ari.
Yeah. Yep.
Assume that hits.
Oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure she just goes down.
Ooh, yeah, that's like 60, isn't it?
Yeah, like she just goes down.
Yep. Ari goes down. And pop over here. Try to kill Darius.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa! Crit fail!
Darius!
Darius!
Can she plane shift with our bodies?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But where's he gonna plane shift to?
I don't know.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I said out loud all of Femi Manor, so he could say the exact
So
same
no,
thing,
the
but-
issue is
or no.
Darius's doesn't
Oh,
work the same
his
way.
just
He can
goes
go back
to-
and forth between dimensions, but
But
that's
he
it.
doesn't know where it is.
Exactly.
At this point,
Yep.
you might as well go to the
Shobalba.
Bulba. They're gonna go there.
Or any other plane you know of. That might be safe.
So it's the Pteranodon's turns before Ari there.
No,
She's
I'm
down.
down, so concentration's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Of course. Yeah. So
Goodbye,
the Pteranodons all
Pteranodon.
disappear.
So,
You
They
did your
their
job.
hold on, let me see something right quick.
Yeah.
I just want to look up.
So real quick, it's Ari's turn next. So death save Ari.
Okay.
Okay, so 1 success.
Okay. So, like, when she tries to stab Darius with the glaive, I think, like with the crit fail, I don't know, I just kind of want to do something flavor-wise with Darius. But...
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of... I think what happens is, like, she stabs, and Darius, like, takes temperance and, like, catches the blade of the glaive between 2 of the obsidian
Yeah,
pieces.
you do a last clap. Oh, sorry, with your sword, I believe, Mock Weedle.
Yeah, with temperance. So he, like, catches the blade in between 2 of the separate
Yeah,
obsidian
sure,
pieces.
of course.
And, like, just, like, intensely stares her down and, like, kind of, you know, bats her weapon away. And then he reaches down and grabs the other 2 again to plane shift.
Honestly, at this point, Shiboba might be the best option.
Yeah.
Only issue with that is that Ari and Raya are currently dying.
Yeah.
Taking them to the plane of death
That was my thought, too.
may be bad for them. But you know what you could do first? You could do bonus action. No. Well, you could. You could do bonus action, they can make perception checks to try to hear you.
Yeah.
And if you brought them up, that could be bonus action, the first thing you do.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. So perception checks for both of you.
I mean, they're gonna die no matter where they go. Certain
Yeah.
sense.
15?
Ooh.
Yep.
Roll
Okay.
that, yeah.
I'm gonna try to get some inspiration for this roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is very important right here.
What's your favorite memory with Mickey?
I
don't know, you can do some better with that if you want.
No, I actually have more backstory stuff.
Oh, right. Right.
I have 2 more things of backstory things before it's done. So I might as well just do it.
Yeah.
So 2 days before the trial.
Ryan was giving us weird looks.
So we skipped day 3 because day 3 is really boring. It's just kind of a day of mourning. Nothing really happens that day. Day 2 comes. The village is in mourning over Leo dying. It's been 2 days since the funeral, and suddenly an urgent council meeting is called. And Dante, Ari's dad, invites her to attend the meeting because he feels like after this whole experience and whatnot, she should start learning what meetings are like and like how to be the chief, really. Even though like what he tried to do didn't happen, he's like, you know what? I think it's a good, like, you're old enough now, like you should start coming to like these things. And so Ari walks in, and Samuel's also there. And Samuel's not supposed to be at these meetings either, but he's there. And Lorenzo, who is Leo's dad, is one of the council members. And he just says, I've invited Samuel to come today to this meeting that I've called. And Dante's like, okay, that's not really allowed, but sure. Because I mean, he called for the meeting, so it's whatever. So they come to the meeting, and basically Lorenzo just gets straight to the point. He says, I want to enact the old law, and I want to challenge Ari to becoming chief. If she can't do the trial, Samuel will become our new chief. And so, because the trial isn't supposed to happen until you're 18, and Ari's only 13. So the old law states that you can challenge the successor of the throne and elect a new person. But if the person comes back from the trial, they basically die. The challenger is either banished or dies, which is why nobody does it. And plus nobody's that cruel to send a teenage person out to do the trial. But Lorenzo's like, I want you to taste your own medicine to see what it's like to lose your child. And Samuel, you can see the wide-eyed, he was not expecting that. He was not expecting Lorenzo just basically Samuel's going to be the new chief. And Ari's just like, what just happened?
So you have to fight Samuel to the death.
No, I have to go face the dragon. That's the trial. And if I don't succeed, if I die in the trial, then Samuel will become the new successor to be chief.
But if she doesn't, and if she succeeds on the trial, then basically Samuel dies.
No. Then Lorenzo dies because he was the challenger. He was the person who enacted the old law.
Got it.
So, yes. So, nothing with Samuel, other than just he is what? I was not expecting to be nominated for.
So wait, let me make sure I'm completely understanding what's happening.
Sure.
Is Samuel Lorenzo's son then?
No.
Or
Samuel's
so why was Samuel called to the meeting?
Because he is her cousin, and so he's if Ari dies,
he would be the next.
He would be the next person,
okay,
logically. And plus, he's also kind of the one that's been spearheading the movement to face the dragon, which is what Lorenzo wants. So politically, right, it makes sense that he wants Samuel to be the new successor.
Sure, cool. All right, take advantage. Roll that perception check.
Okay, right. I was like, what are we rolling for again?
Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
Wow.
Totes here.
Nice.
Totes here, Darius.
22.
Let's go to Shabalba, everybody.
All right, take that 1d6 plus 5 damage, or you die. Sorry.
You extra die now.
2 failed death saves.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
Darius,
you want to use that action? Where are you taking us?
I mean, you saw what's back at the main the main world, I mean, I think that death is a little safer than that.
I mean, because at least you know Miggy will be there.
Oh,
and
hold on. We have a new god of death, so the whole crisis with zombies should be over, right?
Yes.
Should be, but we also have like a bunch of, well, you don't know.
The snake people are still there, though.
We don't know where we're going to end up if we teleport from here into the normal world, though.
No, you will end up exactly where you were.
Yeah.
You'll go back to Erendira's palace. That's the whole idea.
Right.
Is
and we'll
again, the Feywild is a mirror image of our world.
But we're not. If it's a mirror image, then it's not like we're going to end up. I mean, we're going to end up back in the palace.
Oh yeah, you're going to end up somewhere near the palace. Yes.
Right. So we don't
probably in the palace.
Right, but
in
it's just like
probably.
Even if we end up in the city, we're still in danger.
Right. No, right. No, I know, but
so
I just feel like we're in less danger if we go to Shibolba, because at least we have the god of death on our side.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to Shibolba.
Okay.
Kind of...
Honestly, Emily's really would have been better to succeed.
I mean, yes.
You
it would have been an awesome ending too. Like, let's go home.
Okay. I feel like this should be a fairly easy DC, considering I kind of lived there.
I mean, you can roll and find out.
But I do want to do it with advantage.
Yeah, sure.
So,
what's your favorite memory of the god of death? You don't have to do that, obviously, but if Caleb has something better.
Which one, the old one or the new one?
So wait, did you say what your favorite memory with Ari was?
No, I haven't. So, Darius' favorite memory with Ari. When he came back from the dead and Ari like ran over to hug him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so charisma check.
Yep.
With advantage. 18.
Yeah, I think 18's enough. Woo. Yeah. So, Darius, we see you. Yeah, go ahead.
See you in Shibolba, Erendira.
Is that what you say when you leave?
I don't know. Like the
Yeah, what do we see from Darius?
Yeah.
As you plane shift him.
Darius just like he waves a hand over their bodies to heal them and then grabs them both. And he just the whole time he's not looking at either of them. He's just glaring at Erendira. And then plane shifts.
Once again, Darius saves the day.
Yeah, but here's
well,
the
we'll
problem.
see.
We're about to be in the place where Death and Darius aren't on great terms.
Yeah, but you have an in with the god of death, so
I mean, that's true. Yeah, but I had an in with the last one too. In all fairness.
So
it's that or a snake person that's eating a bunch of people. So
yeah,
we see Darius, grab hands with Raya and Ari, and plane shift them away, and we linger with Nahuatl and Erendira, and they're like, what's happening? Like, and Erendira's like so frustrated, and she's like slashes the wall. She's like, how did this happen? And that sort of stuff, right? And Nahuatli's just like staring ahead, still like kind of confused. And now that like the battle's like done, she's just like doesn't know what to do with herself. And Erendira like turns to Nahuatl, like takes a deep breath. She says, "It's fine. This is fine. We can figure this out. We can rise above this. We can. No, I still have followers. I still have." Yes, no, I still have you. And Nahuatl is just like standing there. She's just kind of like staring ahead. And Erendira is just kind of like pacing now. And like her glaive like kind of like disappears because it like kind of like got summoned to her. And she's just like, what do I do now? Okay. Well, go back to my palace, sort things out, and
let's walk over to my teleportation circle.
Exactly. And she's like, and now find them. I'll find them and we'll undo this. They didn't change anything. They didn't. It's fine. It's fine. And we see her like walk up to her throne and kind of like sit down on it, almost as if she's like trying to calm herself. And she's about to like give Nahuatl an order, and suddenly the side of her throne room just bursts open. A giant dragon appears and just eats her. She's just dead.
Wait. Was it the same dragon that was?
It was Mazayol, the Feaster of Worlds. Yep.
Awesome.
And then we just immediately cut. We don't see anything else.
Was it?
And
so he was another.
How did he get to the Feywild?
That's the thing. He ate a whole bunch of void dragons. He's super powerful now. He's ascended even further as a seventh serpent.
Oh, great.
So he found her in her palace and ate her.
One of the 6 serpents?
Yeah, I was about to say.
True. It's true.
We just totally screwed up this world.
Yep.
We made a new god to death, though, so hurrah!
Collateral damage.
Exactly.
Hey,
really
you know what? Darius did say, "See you in Shabola."
That's the thing. Okay, guys, but that's literally what happens. You guys get there, okay? So you guys appear in Shavalva.
And then Mickey gets the final blow on her.
Yeah, I mean, so this is what happens. We see you guys appear in Shabalba. And I mean, it's darkness, blackness, the same blackness. I mean, Raya has seen this place before, never been here. Ori has never seen or been here, so this is all very new to her. But yeah, Darius, I mean, this is familiar, but not in a good way. It's like you came back to your last place of employment where you were fired, and you have to like order a sandwich, and you're just like, and everybody still knows you here, and they all hate you, and yeah,
Look,
because the manager lied to them about you, and
the boss still likes him though, so
that's true. Yeah, but everyone who works here hates him. Yeah, the CEO of the company still likes him. So that happens. You guys pop into existence here. And it's honestly silence for like a few dozen of seconds. So like, what do you guys do?
I mean, Darius is like definitely working on healing those two.
Ari's just like, where is he? Where's Mickey? What happened?
Mickey just watched this happen.
Yep.
Pepe Miguel Poncio,
the god of death.
And I think I'm also just like, where are we? Like,
yeah,
where are we?
Answer.
Like, where is he? Like, what's happening?
I know she's not really going to take it well, but I don't know what else to do by me. Like, I kind of being next to you, like, take your hand and look you in the eye and just say, like, Ari, I'm really sorry.
Ryan, what'd you do?
We had to complete our task.
I'm just wondering if Ari's actually putting it together or not, or if she's just like
we've
just really confused.
Yeah.
It was either die or try and save the world. So Darius and I had to make a choice.
What did you choose?
We have a new god of death now.
Ari's just like, what?
Darius, you get the feeling like you're being watched.
And I just kind of like, I'm like, okay, shoot, I have to like spell it out for her. I'm like,
no, she's just like, she's almost like
you think that she gets it, but
she's almost like chuckling, like what?
me?
You made a new gotta. You made Mickey, then you got a death.
I'm so sorry, Ari.
Where is he?
I mean, the answer is he's here somewhere. He hasn't shown up.
You haven't been here, and I haven't either, but this is Xibalba, so he's somewhere around here. I don't really know what the rules are about talking to him.
Alright, just like slumps to the ground.
Darius, did you have anything? You were gonna say anything?
Said like Darius felt like he was being watched.
Yeah.
Does he have any inclination as to the Watcher?
It's death.
Okay.
Yeah, didn't he say something about like next time he sees you, something was gonna happen?
Do you say anything to your friends, or are you just focused on that?
I think Darius says, we have to move. It's not safe here.
And that's the moment where death walks out of the shadows. And he ignores you at first, Darius. He looks at Ari. And he
Ari's
says,
not paying attention. She's just
Yeah.
around. Or
Yeah,
the
suddenly
void.
you hear a chilling voice say, I feel your pain, Ari. I can give you what you wish.
She's like,
Death's sweet embrace could bring you back to him.
I like move in between Ari and Death.
Yeah.
And just stand there.
Yeah. Still this cloaked, hooded figure with a reaper, with a scythe.
where is he?
He is undergoing a bit of trial right now. This is all a bit of a shock for him, and this place, well, it needs taming. It's been wild for some time now, and he has a lot of work to do to get it back into shape. Meanwhile, I get to do my job unimpeded. And I'm here to offer you a deal that I don't offer. Not usually. What do you think, Ari? Your father's there too, somewhere. Do Raya or Darius do anything?
That's I'm like waiting to see like
You're
I'd
like
be
standing,
watching Ari's face to like kind of see.
Yeah.
I like
See if
she's just in like shock. Like I don't even think she really knows
Yeah, that's
how
why
to
I'm like,
process any of this.
There's nothing to do until she's making any sort of move of actually doing anything. I'm like, no reason to pick a fight with Death if it's not needed.
I think Darius is trying to sense out Miggy.
Make a charisma check. 24. Yeah, I mean, you see him in your mind's eye. He is... Where is he? What is he?
Can I message you a suggestion?
Yeah, go ahead. I have an idea. I'm just trying to think of how to frame it exactly. But I'm interested to see yours. I mean, he isn't, because that's Death's job.
But I thought there was this sort of like mediating that he had to do.
Yes, but as Death pointed out, he's not there yet. Like,
okay.
He's in orientation right now.
Okay.
It's really what's happening, right? Like,
death orientation.
Yeah, seriously. And
That
so I think, like,
band.
yeah, Darius, in your mind's eye, I think you see him. He's standing in a room that looks familiar. It looks similar to he's standing in Navarro's palace. That's what it looks like. His old room in Navarro's palace, kind of looking out over over the ocean, probably. And you can sense that this is what he's created for himself, right? As like an illusion. But he's not actually looking out over the landscape or the ocean or anything like that. What he's actually looking out, he's looking out this window that should just be Spain, or like the ocean next to Spain. But he's actually looking at a planet. Like, I mean, it kind of looks like your planet. He's like looking like above, like a planet. And he's like staring out at this thing. And he's kind of like, just like confused, like looking into this view. And there's obviously something very arcane and esoteric that's passing into his mind. He's learning some sort of terrible secret, probably. But you don't know, like, what it is, or... I mean, you could try to talk to him, but you're not sure if it would be a good idea. Like, it might interrupt what he's trying to do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm honestly just trying to think of what Ari would honestly say right now. I have no flippin' idea.
Yeah.
I think
so. Go ahead.
I think Darius kind of says to himself, he told me to be better than he was. I think you'll be better.
Almost like to Miggy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Death kind of like notices you, I think, for the first time, Darius. Like, looks at you. He says, "Huh. We meet again."
Darius kind of like waves with his sword.
Have you come to give me back what is mine?
I think Darius just doesn't say anything quite yet.
He looks at you, Raya, and he says, "What about you?"
What about me?
You still don't know. Interesting.
What the heck? I want to insight check him.
Sure, you can insight check Death.
23.
Something about Sabu. You can sense it. He knows something about Sabu that you don't.
Oh,
I
boy.
just kind of like... He's like right in front of me, right?
Yeah.
like, I'm in no mood to play right now. And he has a cloak, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to, like, grab his cloak and be like, what do you know?
Okay, yeah, he seems very unfazed by this. He says,
how are you going to intimidate death?
Yeah.
I mean, I ripped his face off, so.
And he still doesn't care flip
I know.
about you.
I know.
Yeah. So he says, more than you, obviously. But I have absolutely no impetus to tell you. And there's nothing you could possibly do to me that would make me change my mind. You must understand that.
I kind of just, like, let go, and I'm like, okay, Darius, how fast can we get somewhere else?
And we see Death kind of like kind of settle his scythe a little bit, and he looks back at you, Darius, and he says, oh no, you won't be running off anywhere anytime soon. Darius, I've come for you. Ari, she can make her choice, but you, there's no way you're leaving Xibalba again.
What do you say of Raya? And what do you say of Raya? Because he says Ari can make her choice, but I have to stay. What about?
Right, yeah.
He has no claim on me. I'm a guardian of the orb.
Yeah,
He can't
exactly.
touch me.
Yeah, he can't touch her. Neither of them can really touch the other.
Yeah. We need each other.
You're co-workers. You can't kill each other.
Exactly, yeah.
Miggy
I
would
mean, I'm
be
technically.
probably
Hold
upset.
on. I'm technically like Xibalba's employee now.
You're a freelancer?
You've
Honestly.
just been contracted in on the
Yeah,
project.
you've been contracted.
And you're contracted.
So is that how that works though? Because he technically got a second pass with the resurrection spell. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he made the mistake of coming back here.
But where else was there to go?
No, yeah.
But
And you could always, I'm not saying like, Darius, sorry, you have to like give up. Like, you can try something. He's just making an ultimatum. Basically, he's saying like, you know, the new god isn't watching. He's in orientation. I can do whatever I want and whatever I need to do here. And what I need to do is take you, because your contract is up. Basically, like you've done what you came to do. And this time, like, I'm not gonna let you go.
May. Give me just
obviously there's
one
stuff you could
Dragon
try.
Ball Z cut moment.
I mean,
You had it when you caught the freaking shield.
Yeah,
yeah.
you had a Mjolnir moment for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
so I mean, I think an obvious option here that Ari would possibly do, right? If she hears like, I've come to take Darius, she's not going to take that crap. I don't care how depressed she is right now.
Mm-hmm.
She'll just put up the beans.
Now, doesn't that only last for a minute?
Oh, Ari, what have you done? Oh my, okay.
But I'm not saying I do it. I'm just saying that's a possibility. But by that,
The way that these were created, I feel like
that could just be a disaster.
Oh boy, wow.
a disaster it could be.
Wow.
Just based on Kayla's reaction, I kind of want to do it, but I don't know.
I know, right? I'm dead at this point. I just want to see
Look,
what
I
happens.
was very prepared to die too, so like, you know,
I feel like that's a thing Ari would try.
you do you.
I'm scared. I don't want to. But I do. I don't know. I can't tell if that was a good reaction or a bad reaction.
Can she make an insight check on the DM?
Right?
No.
Actually, you know what? An insight check on the DM would be called?
Oh.
An intelligence save.
He just said something about Mickey looking at planets right now. And these are called the Earth's eyes. No? That has nothing to do with it?
Who knows?
It will neither confirm nor deny.
What do you guys think? This is your decision too.
It only lasts a minute.
Yes, I'm aware.
Yeah,
you can't do much in a minute.
I mean, I'm like, if Ari is actually thinking anything strategically, it's like it's not going to do anything. We're going to be here.
Right.
I don't know if Darius can do anything else today.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what?
But
actually,
if you're also thinking about Ari, if you're like, she would just be reacting right now because of her mental state, and she would do it, then do it.
I think she might just say like, "You're not taking him."
can I?
Like she just says that. Like she
Yeah,
doesn't do anything,
sure.
But
Yeah, Jordan.
I think Darius communes with Temperance.
Okay. Yeah.
First off, he just says, "Temperance, how you holding up?"
Let me double check what. I'm here. I'm here.
What do you think?
You found yourself in a difficult situation, Darius. I'm not sure there's much I can do for you right now, but I'm willing to try.
Can you help him?
Mickey?
Yes.
You almost sense her smile. And she says, "Of course I can. That was my job."
Darius kind of smiles. Then what are you waiting for, friend? You know what you need to do. Go.
So, Temperance.
your mic is really weird, Caleb, right now.
Yeah, you kind of muffled yourself.
Yeah. Try again.
Hello? Testing?
There you go.
Still sounds a little muffled, but
weird.
it's weird.
It's fine. I think.
Muffled? Like how?
It's
Like you're talking with a pillow over the mic.
Yeah,
That's really weird. I don't know what's going on.
It's like you're
It's like you're talking like this.
Just a little less extreme, but yeah.
Yeah.
What am I now?
I'm not a sound snob, so I didn't notice.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
Whatever. Let's keep going.
Yeah, it's fine. So.
Oh, now it's better.
It's like better sometimes than not at others. It's fine.
That's
keep
weird.
going.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So basically, what happens, right? You say this, Darius, and Temperance glows at first.
Okay.
You know, all the little the nature inscriptions start glowing, with the familiar yellowish light that we've come to assume, come to associate with Willow. Mm-hmm. And then the little boop, will-o-wisp kind of pops into existence next to Temperance, and we see Temperance grow dark, and it grows heavy in your hands, and you can sense that it's not a magical weapon anymore. It's just a stick. And Willow almost looks back, but it's hard to tell because, it's a ball. But she says, I'm sorry to leave you without a weapon, but I think this makes sense. This is a good decision.
Darius just smiles and nods.
I love you all.
We love you too, Willow.
Just kind of fades away and goes somewhere else. And we see, as the audience, we see Miggy still struggling to look at whatever this planet is. There's something going on. And Willow appears beside him and says, "Hello, my name is Willow. I'm here to help you." And Miggy looks back at her and he says, "That is great because I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now."
Willow.
Yeah, and we cut away from that. And Death looks at you and you almost, you see some sort of evil grin behind its the blackness of its hood. And he just laughs. He says, "What have you done, Darius? You've given away the only possible chance you had at stopping me. You can't even put up a fight now. How pitiful."
I'm not the first person to say that tonight.
I want to say the next part because I've had a couple ideas. I'm like, oh, that would be great to say, but I'm not sure if I want to. I don't want to rattle him, or I don't want to provoke him, but
be funny.
It would. It really would.
Do you hesitate at all?
I don't think Darius does.
Mm-hmm.
I think Darius just kind of chuckles a little bit and he says, "You all right?"
You admitted it. Interesting.
Tell me, what do you know about these sandals?
I know that whoever wears them is destined to do something great. You've already done that. You're done now.
Interesting. Why?
Why are you done?
No. Why was someone who was destined to wear this destined to do something great?
Because the oracles proclaimed it. It was a prophecy. Once Quetzalcoatl died, that was the last thing that his followers, or that he said and his followers interpreted it as some sort of vision. I mean, coming from a god, I believe it's probably trustworthy. I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, Darius, but it's not going to work.
No. No, the game's over. I've done my fair share of fighting and killing, some of which I didn't have a choice. Some of it I've had every choice in the world. But I suppose no sense looking back now and regretting. So, what did you do before Shibolba? Before Shablanca? Shablanque?
Shablanque, but yeah. What do you mean? I have always done the same thing. I have harvested the souls of the dead. I have done this for as long as time has existed. You want to make an insight check, Darius?
Yeah.
Would I be able to tell if he's flying with stuff? Would my insight check carry?
You can make another insight check. This is like a kind of a different thing.
I would like to say something that would hopefully give me advantage for this. Darius's motive right now, he has two things. One, his goal is to buy time.
Yeah.
Two, his motive is Darius has already done what he is I mean, he, in a sense, Death is right. He's done exactly what he was planning on doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was doing exactly what he was kind of called to do this. And he's did exactly what he wanted to do. The only thing that Darius is concerned with right now are Ari and Raya. Like, that's his main concern right now.
Right.
But that's why Darius is like letting Temperance go, and because the hope is that Darius can the hope is that Willow would be able to help Miggy figure everything
Right.
out.
So the plan is to stall long enough so that Miggy can figure stuff out and then come and rescue you guys.
I mean, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
But I think there's a sense that Darius doesn't expect himself to get out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think that's running through his head right now. Is that enough, or that doesn't feel like it's worth?
I don't think so. Not quite.
Yeah, but I don't know what else I could say for inspiration.
I have a thing.
Okay.
Do you want me to reveal the thing? The thing that I messaged you about earlier today.
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide if I want to do that.
I mean,
It's our last time possibly with these characters. I mean,
So
if it makes sense to you, or if it can be implemented.
I'm gonna message you.
Okay.
And we'll see what you think.
While Caleb's doing all this messaging, if you have enjoyed this stream and his wonderful creativity, check out patreon.com/CalebEmpowers. He's even doing short stories for patrons now if you pledge enough money. So
it's
go check that out.
$5 if you want to get his current short story.
You're watching this on YouTube after the fact. Link in the description, because now I'm making Caleb put it in there.
He never does.
I
know.
never do that.
I know.
But it's really easy. You just type in patreon.com/CalebEmpowers. There you go.
ALEBMPOWERS. And if those aren't the ways that you pronounce those letters, then I don't know how you understand what I'm saying.
All right, it's sent.
the look on Jordan's face is making me think this might happen.
Oh, God.
Or when he's typing.
So you can reveal any bit of that at your discretion. So, question. What is more interesting to you, Jordan? Has Darius always known this?
Opposed to him realizing it right now?
Yeah.
I like the idea of somewhere along the, like, he kind of had this sneaking suspicion, and somewhere along the way he figured it out.
He figured it out. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
So I think the best way to maybe reveal this is like in an actual like dialogue.
Yeah.
Like not right, like not like just saying it,
Yeah.
but like How would Darius reveal this, like, to Death right now, sort of thing?
I forget what the setup for this even was. I'm just like.
So like Darius is having this
Oh wait,
conversation.
she's doing it in time since she didn't.
Oh yeah, like okay. So are we gonna have this dialogue and then I'll make the insight thing, or how?
Oh right. So let's see. You were gonna insight him on
Him being around the whole time.
Okay. Just roll an insight with advantage.
Okay.
Because of this fact being true.
Okay.
Oh no.
Did a 16 get
Okay.
anything though? Because that was my roll. Okay, that's what I figured that it would.
He's okay. So he's like obfuscating something in this thing that he just said, but you're not sure what.
30 and a 6.
I feel like Darius just.
Can I just make one just for like the heck of it?
Yeah, sure.
Can I make one because
What? Can I make one just for the heck of it? She says.
Okay, hold on, Caleb.
Come on.
What if?
Come on.
So many natural 20s in our favor.
What's up, Jordan?
What if Ari figures it out?
Wait, I don't want to be out of the loop. Oh no.
Like,
how would she?
Okay, while you guys are having your secret conversation, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay, so Ari, the one thing you definitely do figure out is that Death is lying about having done this since the beginning of time. There was a time where he did not do this. Death didn't exist.
Okay.
So he's lying about that at least. He's trying to like intimidate Darius by saying like,
Right.
I've always been here. I'm Death.
Right. But then sin entered into the world.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, Ari's not a Christian, so I don't know if she'd put that together, but okay.
So this is happening, right?
Did I miss anything?
And
I figured out that Death was lying.
Okay.
Death is lying about always existing. So
it's your connection with me.
Death looks at you, Darius, and he basically says, so what will it be? Are you going to surrender willingly? Or are you going to make a big fuss about it?
Well, I know what happened last time.
All fairness, Death has made quite the fuss about Darius.
I love how excited you are about this, Jordan.
I guess in some sense it makes sense that Death hasn't been around a long time. If the god of death can die, it kind of makes sense that Death could die. Which is weird.
I don't think it's that he can die. I think it's just that he hasn't always existed. Like, people haven't always died, right? Adam and Eve. Hello.
Right. Dragonborn Jesus.
Yep.
You guys are killing me with your secret messages
I know,
over here.
I know.
I'm just it's the last session. Just say it.
Everything will be revealed. I'm just
dead.
Everything will be real. It's just figuring out the exact way that this goes down.
I've been dead for the past few hours. Like, at this point, I'm just like, it's just happening. Whatever.
Sorry, Seth.
It's fine. I had some fun moments. It's been fun to watch. I've been dinking around doing things.
Would it really be an RPG session without your character dying?
So
no, it wouldn't.
It just wouldn't.
Here's what happens. Darius turns to Ari and says, Ari, before I died and came back, do you remember the color of my hair?
Yeah, it was like brown.
That's very, very interesting. Don't you think? And he turns to Death. Don't you think that's also interesting that my hair was brown before I went back, but then suddenly I had the dark black hair.
I don't know what kind of game you're playing, Darius, but it is not amusing.
The...
Yeah, Ari's very confused. She's like...
Yeah, I'm still just standing there like...
This whole interaction is just...
Toidy's chilling in the afterlife with his mommy.
And then Darius just like starts like pacing a little bit, and he says, "Yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange that I used to be a very different fighter as well, and come to think of it, there's something that seems different about, well, a lot of things."
This doesn't change my claim on you, Darius. I don't know what you think you know.
Oh, but I think...
He's definitely lying about that, Darius.
Yeah, and I think Darius just goes, oh, but I think you do. And if you don't, then please allow me to continue to elaborate. You see...
He takes a step closer. I think you're done. Ari, do we have a deal or not?
Well, Ari just like, I think she like steps in front of Death and Darius and says, "You're not taking him."
I like put my head and I'm like, "You're not taking her either."
Yeah.
Okay, hold
so
on.
You refuse. So you refuse then, Ari? Then I will take Darius and I will leave. I'm inevitable. You cannot stop this.
I am inevitable.
Okay.
I was hoping I would say it fast enough.
I have nothing else to do.
Everyone got it.
It was the best thing to say.
And so was my comment. So what happens when you kill my character, Caleb? I get snarky. But actually, I'm always snarky, so...
I want to say more, but I'm like, I also know that like...
And I think Darius pipes up, "Oh, but you know, you're right. You did have a claim on Darius. And in fact, you already took him."
I was wondering if that's where this is going.
How?
Well, my first...
No. So he says real quick, no one survives intact. No memory survives intact.
I mean, and Ari just like looks back and just is like, "Excuse me?" She's just very confused.
Something here is lost, of course, but you never forget. I don't understand.
I didn't understand. I didn't understand for a very long time. But then, piece by piece, things started to come back to me. You see, the caretaker, Shiblanke, was very keen on leaving me some memoirs of his. And he left me a couple hints along the way to remember what I'm here for.
Of all the gods that I have served, he was the cruelest and the cleverest. And he says cruel not in like an evil sense, but like to him specifically. Yeah. Like.
And Darius chuckles a bit. Oh, he's going to look like a walk in the park.
Compared to who? That nobleman? I will eat him alive. He will bow before me.
You can't eat him alive if he's dead.
You know what he meant.
I know. So, is that what it is? This whole time you've been forced under the foot of someone else. You've been forced under the foot of these gods of death, and then the moment you finally are able to take them down, the moment you're able to claim them, that's when you're satisfied.
I am never satisfied. I will never be satisfied until every soul joins me in oblivion. That includes yours. You can give it up freely, or I can take it from your bones. You've never heard a more empty threat, Darius.
I'm quaking in my experimental clay boots.
I feel like I'm starting to put some pieces together here.
I feel like I am as well.
Because Jesus gave up his life for us, so that way sin has no claim on us.
Oh, that's not where I was going at all.
That's where I'm going with this.
I have an idea.
Not quite.
And then
I'll-
Darius
okay.
starts singing disciple songs.
Alyssa, I'll
just
send you
love
up.
Jesus.
I'll send you up my.
I'm a Christian.
I don't know.
No,
I just
no.
I don't know if we're going for full Christian themes here or not, but like that's where my mind was going.
Oh, that's further in the future.
Okay.
Darius, seriously, better be saved at the end of this.
Well, hopefully.
Anyway.
But yeah, so what do you say? So you say that, you say,
Yeah.
I'm quaking in my experimental clay boots, and he goes for you. What do you do? You can do whatever.
Oh yeah, I know that, Seth.
Oh, okay.
That's a duh.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
You didn't mention that, so.
Wait. You guys are
So-
messaging without me.
yeah, just message it.
Oh,
Message
oh,
it in
Okay, sorry. Just say it, Jordan. Just...
the. Okay. So, Death like flies at him. Darius just puts up a finger and flicks.
Yep, and he just vanishes. Ryan, all right, what do you think about this?
I'm just like, okay. Can I insight check what Darius said about him not being Darius?
Sure. See if we figure it out.
See if my natural 20 just carry over this whole situation.
No.
Sorry.
Different person, different
23.
situation. What?
I guess
Okay.
I'll also insight to see if I catch
Yeah, go
on.
ahead.
Oh, not as much, no.
I
Maybe.
mean, yeah, Raya, you're still in the dark about the details, but Ari,
I know Darius, so like.
yeah, I mean, this isn't Darius, unfortunately.
So
I mean,
who is
it is Darius. It's just not your Darius.
It's Darius / Shiblanque.
No.
Oh.
Should I just kind of?
And so the thing is, I don't think Ari can put the final piece in this because it's only made possible if you know the side stories. So Darius, you have to give the last piece here. You see Ari and Raya like so confused, like trying to figure this
I
out.
think I have an idea. This is my second. Oh, wait,
You should message it in the No Caleb chat.
No, just Darius. You
Yeah,
just
Just say it. Just say it. I mean, just
say it now.
Yeah. So Darius, says, "I'm not the Darius that set sail with you onto the island. That Darius passed when I came. I am from." Hold on, give me a sec. I just want to. Okay. I am from a world that looks very, very similar to this one. A parallel universe.
Oh my god.
I was not expecting that. Okay. I was thinking like you were his brother or something.
Okay, let me just.
I mean, we've established this before, right? That
So
there's
I
the
can just
real
explain.
world.
Yeah, exactly. So
Hey, does Darius know about the thing of the real world and the portal and everything? Does he know anything about that?
no,
Okay.
no.
Oh right.
So what you know, Darius, is you came from a very similar parallel world, and because, and you don't know the specifics of like why you of all the possible Dariuses were brought here, but you are like the Darius that lived in this world died, and you took his place. I think willingly. Whatever was happening in whatever world you came from, you didn't want to stay there. And so you came here instead to be better, to do what you had failed to do in your world, in your version of Terra Nullius, of Thray. And you don't know necessarily about like the multiverse theory or whatever, right? But you know that you came from a very similar world. And I think we go back to this moment where Darius was looking at the wishing well, and he said, I wish that we could all just go live normal lives. That was not Darius who had gone through everything in Terra Nullius saying that. That was Darius who had failed to save you in his parallel world and just hoped that he could do better this time.
Okay. As he's saying that, I want to like attempt to grapple him.
Okay. Opposed athletics checks, I guess. Do you let her do that, Darius? Yeah.
Okay, and I just say, take us back, and then leave. Look, I've already gone through all the backstory of why this is not okay with Ryan.
Well, okay,
yeah.
No. And
this
I think
is literally, again, the worst thing that you could do to
Yep.
her.
I think Darius shrugs and says, that was the plan. But we have to go that way. Because if I take you back now, we're going to go back into the palace. Because I assume that it's like the same sort of...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I let you go then and kind of like say kind of like lead the way. Ari, you stay behind me.
Ari's just like dead face. Like her whole world has just been taken away from her. The boy she loves and the boy she loves.
Yep.
Like,
Raya, do you want to make an intelligence save? I'm curious if you think of something.
Do I get +5 because I'm next to Darius?
Yeah, of course.
Nope.
Yeah, you miss an important detail.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, he came back.
Hey, Nasashi.
Wow,
Yeah,
you missed a lot.
That's fine. Okay. Let's
Yeah, so Darius, where do you take them?
continue on. And like me behind you, I'm like at the ready. I still have a first level guiding bolt that I can cast at you. I have sacred flames. Like I'm ready if you make any sort of move.
Pitiful.
I mean, I'd probably take them. I mean, where would I take them? Where would it make sense for me to?
I don't know. It depends on what your plan is. Like, if you're literally just like, let's go away from the palace enough that we can like just poof into the jungle, then that's one thing. But if you want to like actually like make a journey or something, then that's another thing.
Yeah. Like he wouldn't know where to go to take him to the camp.
You'd have to make some sort of roll, probably. Yeah.
Miggy would know.
I mean,
Potentially.
yeah. Yeah, probably just up and away from any of the other palaces.
Yeah. Yeah, so we have a tense, silent walk.
Mhm.
And then you guys hold hands and then...
Before we go back, I would say, is this place safe to just stay for an hour or sleep for the night?
Yeah, for sure it is.
Okay.
Darius, yeah.
Darius nods. It's safe.
Maybe we should just sleep here before figuring out whatever and wherever we're going to be.
Ari just doesn't say anything. She's just...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like set up whatever at this point probably have like no supplies.
I mean, Darius probably makes a place for us, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
does Darius
he's been
have the ability
shaping.
to like shape stuff in this?
Yeah, you can do it.
So
as I see you doing that, I just am kind of like make one place for you over there, and then me and Ari are gonna be.
Darius is already doing that.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah, no.
Okay, so that happens. You guys rest, and then you go back into the real world.
That's the thing, though, is that I don't think that's what Ari would do.
Okay.
I mean, I would be like keeping an eye on Ari for at least as much time as I would like watch her try and like until she fell asleep is what I would be trying to do. Because I'm like trying to be with her enough, protecting her as.
I just feel like I know what Ari would want right now, and she wants to see Miggy above anything else right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
you could just leave, right?
That's
and
what
go looking for him.
I think that's what she'd do. Honestly.
Yeah, would you Darius to that?
Huh?
Raya would obviously go with her, right? Like.
Oh yeah, if you
like,
start.
Oh no, I mean
you.
like.
You want to try to sneak away, like while people are sleeping.
Yeah, I mean, if nobody's like gonna, I think maybe I say that like as we're walking, I'm like, take me to him,
Sure.
wherever he is. Like,
you say that to Darius while you're walking?
Yeah, or just like out loud.
Yeah, but I mean, you say that out loud as like before we get to house arrest.
Yeah.
Does Darius know where to go for that?
Yes. But again, he's in the middle of something.
I was about to say, I don't think he'd be really accessible right now.
How long would it take to get there? Is it something I could just kind of pop in and out and?
Yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't work exactly like that. Honestly, so if you wanted to attempt something like that, it would more be like you calling him and just saying, "Come here."
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to go to him because who knows where he is? Literally in the mirror that is this plane to Earth.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah.
Who knows? He may even be in wherever Spain is in this
right
plane, right?
Yeah. So Darius kind of says he could be anywhere in the world, and us going to him would be difficult.
I don't care.
But calling him to come here would be much simpler. But he's also going to be very busy with trying to harness and figure everything out. So it may take time.
I don't care.
Okay. Darius contacts Miggy.
Okay. Pepe Miguel Poncio, the god of death, answers your call and says, Darius? Like he senses your presence and,
Hello, Miguel. How it goes?
How are you? What is...
It's a long story. Willow should be able to explain in due time.
What happened?
You became the god of death.
I know that part.
And to escape Erendira, I brought us all here to keep them safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So where are you going now?
Well, that's up to you. I don't really have anywhere else to go now. After I make sure the other two are safe. Assuming they don't just send me straight back here. I'll be on my own. It will be up to you.
They found out.
They did.
I'm just learning of everything myself. Darius, are you going to tell Raya?
Can I know?
I'm gonna message you real quick to make sure.
I wonder if
you
it's
know.
the same thing.
Yeah, I figured.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you should. I'm just asking.
I think Arisha says. She'll figure it out.
I hope that she doesn't treat him the same way she treated you.
Can you blame her for the way she treated me?
I can. I certainly can. She's stubborn to a fault, and she does not know when a good thing is looking her in the face.
Oh no.
You just realized it too?
I just realized it too.
You finally just realized it too.
Oh crap.
And
Not
so,
him.
Darius.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Oh no.
This has been in planning for so many months.
Darius just says, Miguel, you know how hard it is to trust someone again, to love someone again, to care about people, and to be vulnerable.
No. I don't really know what that's like. Ari, she does. But
You did too.
no, it was easy with me.
I mean, does this version of Darius know about, like, the whole sun thing?
I don't think so.
Sure. Let's just say that. I mean, it's fine.
mean,
like,
I feel like
at this point, you're communing with the god,
Yeah.
so he just imparts the knowledge into your
Yeah.
brain. It's fine,
Yeah,
right?
So,
Like,
so I think Darius just says, Ari knows, and she too will, like Raya, push me away. I'm not the Darius that she knew. But you too know how hard it is. You've sacrificed a lot, Miguel.
everything you could say. But, I mean, for me, everything wasn't a whole lot. Except for her, I guess.
She's hard to lose.
Anyway, we don't need to... I don't need to get sad again. I was over that. Being a god takes most of your attention, you know?
Oh, I know. I know.
I know what you're going to ask, Darius. I can't see her. I couldn't do it. I would give it up again.
Make a persuasion roll on him. I need to talk to him.
Can you persuade
You
us?
could, yeah, you could certainly try to persuade him, but
Would that be wise, though? Would Darius try? I guess is the question.
Here's the thing. Darius, even if he's a different Darius, still no. I feel like he's still knows Ari well enough. Like, can we just assume that most events have just gone exactly parallel?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was you ended up in a very similar situation in the parallel world, and you failed in that one.
Okay.
This time, you succeeded.
Okay. Yeah. So.
So that whole like time travel thing, where it's like go back in time and make sure that you do it the right way this time. Yeah, it definitely came true,
yeah.
just not in the way we thought.
That's awesome. He wasn't Akashi.
He wasn't Akashi,
but
he wasn't Darius either.
Yeah. I mean, he was Darius, but he wasn't Darius.
Yes.
So Darius just says, I've known Ari a long time. I've known her twice. And I saw her with you twice. Was that true?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that.
Whatever you say is canon
Yeah, okay,
at this point,
cool.
man. I'm into it.
So, Miguel, she won't leave until she sees you.
I can't tell her to ask you whatever question she needs me to answer, and then I will tell you what my answer is. I something's going on here, Darius. I don't just say this because it hurts. That's part of it, but what I'm doing here, it's not over. None of this is over. That didn't help. We didn't save the fifth world. There still needs to be a sacrifice. I just don't know what it has to be. And so I have to pay attention to that. I have to put all of my energy into that. Even this is... I'm holding back something, Darius. I'm realizing now that the caretaker, he was always facing this. It's what he spent his life trying to prevent. And now I'm staring into the void of it. I can't look away. Not now. Tell her to ask her questions. But she will never see my face again.
Sorry I did this to you.
I'm glad you did.
It's good to hear.
If you had waited any longer, I don't know if any of us would still be here. It's bad.
We will do what we need to do.
Can I count on you?
And he smirks.
I don't think your contract is up yet. You still have time on the clock.
Yeah. I think you're right. And then I think Darius like dissipates from there. And then like Darius kind of comes to. Miguel cannot come.
Why the heck not? I think she just says, if he's not coming, then I'm going. I'll find him. I don't care what it takes. I don't care if I send the whole universe to hell. I need to see him. And then she just starts walking off.
I give you like a 10-foot lead and I just follow you.
Darius, what do you do?
What?
I messaged Caleb.
Oh, sorry. Let me look.
I'm like,
I don't know what to do. I mean, I guess, but like, she's gonna wander here forever, and we'll never find him.
I know.
Like, I mean, they're on another plane, but she still needs to like eat.
Yeah.
And drink water, and that doesn't exist here unless you make it exist here or he makes it exist here. So
right.
Or
she's
I
just
can
gonna
make
die.
it exist here tomorrow.
Actually, that is true. Actually, never mind. Raya and Ari could indefinitely wander this plane because Raya is a cleric. Forgot
I
about
have
that.
48 food and water that I can prepare for tomorrow.
But would they go insane doing that?
Yes, they absolutely would go insane doing this.
How is it like the orb thing where it's just like all in a moment it happens? Where with
What?
Darius talking to Mickey?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So I think Darius kind of goes back and says, and like he kind of goes back and shrugs. Remember what you were saying about Raya being stubborn?
I know. I don't know what to do, Darius. Can you say anything to her?
I don't know. Is there anything you would like to say to her? Because I think she needs to hear that.
I don't know what I could possibly say. That would make everything much worse. She needs to move on now. I don't know what kind of closure I can give her. Not the kinds that she needs.
She didn't get to tell Samuel goodbye.
His eyes widen as he realizes that. And you're kind of like seeing him in your mind's eye, and he looks at you, Darius, and he says, "Take my place for just a minute."
Darius cracks his neck. Oh, I actually cracked my neck with that. That was kind of nice. Yeah, let's do this. And Darius cracks his neck.
He says, "I need you to hold this back for just a moment, and then I'll talk to her. Willow can help you."
Does Willow go back in temperance?
I mean, I think.
Go ahead.
Not exactly. Yeah, I mean, this is just like ephemeral, ethereal, pushing against in your mind sort of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and Darius cracks his neck. It would be an honor, my liege.
He says, "Oh, don't you start with that. I will absolutely not." Yeah, and so basically what happens is, for just a moment, Darius flickers, and then we see Darius just in this dark room, and suddenly there's a dark, horrible weight just on you. And Willow is there, right in front of you, and basically she's saying, just a minute, just a little bit more. You can do this.
And Darius is like struggling, says, you know, I've had to do a lot of hard things. It's starting to get old.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Oh no.
Oh god.
This will determine the fate of the universe.
Inspirational time.
You can take inspiration. Just for,
I was
come on,
like,
let's
I
be
hope
real.
that's all
An
that.
athletics check.
Yep.
Man,
Would
can't I persuade a thing to just get off my back?
No.
Would it be a strength saving throw because he's pushing against something?
Yeah, it can be a strength saving throw. That makes sense.
Oh,
That
Get
gives you
plus
plus
five for
5.
that.
okay.
Advantage and plus 5.
I don't suppose anything can give me bardic. Do I get bardic inspiration because of Willow? No, I'm kidding.
No. Toadie is long gone, and
Okay,
Willow is not a bard.
Here's what's
so.
gonna happen.
Even though she does know one song.
True. Oh, I think what happens is Darius kind of just like, almost like a chant to keep himself going. He just starts singing over your boat.
Row, row,
You're a boat.
I'm so sorry, guys, if this goes bad, but this is what Ari would do. Like, so sorry.
I mean,
I just wanted to, if this was gonna happen, that there needed to
Yep.
be a possibility of a consequence.
okay. Here's what's gonna happen.
'Cause, yeah.
I'm gonna click the button, and remember, it's another plus 5 to this. I'm gonna click the button, and I'm gonna take this off, and I'm gonna look away because I just can't bear it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, here it goes.
14.
Ooh.
Sorry, guys, the world's just going to hell now.
That's
Sorry.
not good.
Oh,
Is there
no.
anyone else that could come to Darius's aid that's kind of been in between?
Nope.
No?
If you would have talked to me about it, I possibly could have done something to help. I don't know, as a guardian, but
Well, I didn't have
I
a
was
choice
not
at that point.
consulted about anything.
Well, I didn't have a choice to talk to you at that
Yeah,
point.
I don't think that would have helped. Yeah. I don't think there's anything you could have done, Ryan, in this moment.
Yeah.
Like, Caleb, do you remember when we were discussing the spirit guardians thing?
Mm-hmm.
And how there was the thought that, okay, so I had my ancestral guardians, which were my parents.
Yeah.
But then...
You know what? I'm going to give this to you, Darius. This is what happens. You summon your spirit guardians, and you've never done this before.
Yeah.
And the reason you haven't is because your spirit guardians are all of your friends who died in the other world.
Oh!
It's the versions of Toity, Raya, Ari, and Miggy that you failed to save. And one by one, you start to buckle under this weight. You start to buckle. There's a crack in the floor underneath you.
Wow, this is
And
just like a Sailor Moon episode right now.
Something leaks down. You don't know where. And you're just like, no. This is starting to go. And then suddenly Toity is there next to you. And you're buckled low enough that Toity can very easily just like go under it with you. And put his shoulders there.
You know you're in a bad place when you're needing my help.
And
Yep.
Darius is just like, Toy?
And you realize like which Toity this is.
Toity.
Real quick, Toity. What is the alternate version of
Honestly,
Toity look like?
probably a little similar. Probably, actually, maybe instead of a halfling, he's a gnome.
Okay, sure.
But that's probably like besides that, like that's the main difference.
Yeah, so he has a bit of a different like facial structure and stuff like that. Yeah, in that version of Terra Nullius, gnomes are halflings and halflings are gnomes,
Sure.
like where they would live in the world. Yeah, sure.
But like, he looks very similar, just a gnome.
Yeah, sure, awesome. Yeah, so that happens, and then we see Ari, I feel like
it'd
it'd probably be Raya first. Yeah. It'd be Raya
I want to
next.
say one more thing. And Tony's like, what? Like he says, Tony's like, you didn't think it'd get rid of me that quickly, did you?
Mm-hmm. And Raya steps up next, and then like gets underneath.
If we're
Go
just like kind of like ethereal, like ghosty kind of things, you can't
Yeah.
really see any difference. But Otherworld Raya is red.
Yes.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think it's muted. All the colors are muted, but you can tell that there are
Okay,
colors.
okay.
Yeah.
then you can see that other world Raya is red and just kind of
and
shakes her head, starts walking over, like it's helplish, and was like, oh, you always rely on your friends too much, Darius. But like in a very like joking manner.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Darius says, maybe it's just personal bias, but I prefer red you over blue you.
Whoa.
Wow, snap.
Being honest.
Wow.
So next it's Miggy. And he comes over and he puts his weight under it too, or his shoulders under it too. And he says, so I'm a god in this universe, yeah? And, and just like starts to like push up, and we can see on his hand that he's wearing a wedding ring.
Oh, stop!
And he's pushing this up.
Oh, listen, you need a couple more boxes of tissues or something.
And that's
I
the main
got a
difference.
whole stack of napkins because
That's the main difference with Miggy. And then Ari comes.
I think Darius just says, "Good to see you, Captain."
Yeah.
Alternate Ari. I've actually been playing around this idea with real Ari, so now we can do this with parallel Ari.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this
yeah.
might be the last tip we see of it, but alternate Ari has dragon scales on her hand, and she's part sorcerer because the chief long ago used to commune with the dragons and tap into dragon magic for sorcery, and so that was an alternate thing. She also has a wedding ring on.
Of course.
I just realized
so
something. Making alternate Raya red was probably not the best idea for canon if later on things happen, but oh well.
Well, I mean, these versions are dead, so
Yeah.
And then Ari like reaches out and like touches like Darius's like cheek, and she just like with a tear running down just says thank you for letting her say goodbye. And then she like starts pushing up.
And I think Darius like keeps holding it under his weight, and keeps pressing and says, "Thank you for saying hello." And then he there's a brief pause.
Oh, and I think she also says she'll forgive you, and she'll love you too.
Darius smiles and chuckles a bit. Well, first, we've got to hold this for a little while.
Yeah.
And so I think what happens is...
Hold on, there's one other thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then there's a brief pause for a moment, and then he says, yeah, Ari and Miggy in this world are really slow.
Oh, it's amazing. Emily, were you going to say something?
Oh, I was just saying it was
a
bad idea that I said that alternate Raya was red, but it's fine. I said it and it's happening apparently.
Yeah.
Can I message you and guess why you're saying that?
Yeah, but then I was just gonna after Ari says she'll forgive you, I'm just kind of want to whisper and be like, sorry, no promises on my end.
So good.
I mean, I'm dead both ways. You know how we feel.
And Darius goes, yeah, sorry, I couldn't save you, Toity. I still
no.
feel bad about that. I was kind of hoping you would be the god of death, but
It got Miggy somewhere in this world. He needed the help, all the help he could get.
And Miggy on the other side is just like, hey.
He just looks offended and he's like, hey, I got married in this one. Let's be real.
I know. And this one didn't. He needed all the help he could get.
Okay. Right, okay, I get what you're saying, yeah. So I think the last bit of this, right, is now that everyone's under this. Now, Darius, you look at everybody and you say, all right, now on 3, right? 1, 2, 3, and you guys, and now you're holding it up higher than you were before, right?
Climbs up Darius's back.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys are holding it now. You're like,
we never made the saddle in this world either, did we?
Oh
Darius just says, We came so close. So
This is
close.
the best episode of Terra Nullius ever. It is so good. Oh. Okay, so that happens. We cut back, and in Darius's place is Mickey.
I don't even know if Ari's noticed yet. She's just still walking.
Yeah, and
Hey, Ari, you might want to stop for a second.
No.
Ari, stop.
No.
Look behind you, Ari.
What, Ryan? What? And then she sees him. Oh,
yeah,
God.
and he's looking at you. You guys are separated by about like 15 feet.
And she just says, like, Mickey?
I'm sorry. Darius is holding it for as long as he can, but we don't have very long.
She just runs right up to him and like...
Yeah, and yep, you guys hug, yep.
Rhea is just like silently crying and starts walking away to give him some privacy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, he hugs you, and then he pulls you away, and then he kisses you, and...
Oh.
And he just, like, is... Oh, there's so much emotion in everything he's doing right now. So much passion. And then he steps away, and he says, I'm sorry that I almost did that to you. I'm so sorry. I would never want to.
Why did you leave me? Mickey.
It is the hardest thing in the world to let someone you love go.
I should have let you go.
He doesn't know how to answer that.
I know why you did it. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm just...
It really sucks. But hey, I'm a god now, so that's cool.
I don't believe in gods. So...
Well, do you believe? But
He will never have Ari's affirmation again.
do you believe in Mickey?
I totally forgot about that. That is so good.
No, and she's just chuckling now, you know.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
She's trying to joke.
Yeah.
That's Toidy's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just reaches forward and just kisses you again. And he's just like, I don't want to leave. Toity convinced me. It's Toity's fault. It's Spling Toity.
I hate that guy.
Me too. I'm glad he's dead.
Me too, honestly.
I feel like we cut back to the others and like Toidy's note, like Toity sneezes or something.
Yeah.
Don't get much love in this world either, do I?
Yeah.
I still love you, Toity.
Well, that's obvious.
And she just says, like, so what now?
You move on.
I don't want to live without you.
You let go.
Oh.
Ari.
I didn't want to live until I met you. Why do you think I put myself in danger all the time? It's because I didn't care if I lived or died. And for the first time in my life, I wanted to survive the mission for you. And now you're not even here.
Ari, I don't know what to tell you. I am here right now. And I have to stay.
If what the Grim Reaper says is true, if I die, can I be with you?
His eyes widen as he realizes what what Death told you. And you can, I mean, we as the audience see in his eyes that he thinks about lying. He shakes his head and he looks back up and he says, I don't know. I have no idea what is after this. I'm here to mediate. I'm here to bring them along, but I can't go with. Unless I die, and apparently gods can die, so it might happen someday. Then, yeah, I guess maybe. I don't know how it works. Honestly, I'm not even sure what death or life or the afterlife even means anymore. I mean, the Bible doesn't talk about this, so.
Never read it. Wouldn't know.
Yeah. Because you're dirty, sleep with animals, and you're not a Christian. Remember.
Right.
Listen, you're gonna have to find it in yourself to grasp at that hope. Whatever you felt with me, and I know I felt it with you too, but you need to hold on to that, not to me, but you have to find a way to keep going. Because it's not over, Ari. Listen, I need you. I need you to be back there. I need you to keep doing what you do best. Apparently, that's save the world. I mean, it's not really, like, totally saved yet, but... Listen, there's still so much that's going to come. There's so much that is still going to happen. And I need you. Not here, not wasting your life away, wondering if there was a world where you could be with me. I need you to be present. I need you to think about what really matters here. And it's not me. All right? It's not me. You know what I want you to do, Ari? I want you to go find Samuel. And I want you to be happy. So if you love me, then that's what you'll do.
Want you to know it was always going to be you. I wanted you more than anything.
I think I know that now. You have no idea how much that hurts me. But
I love you.
I love you too. I love you more than everything, and that is why I have to do this. Because if I didn't, you would already be dead.
That's right. Listen to Toity.
So please, whatever you do, don't forget how to love, all right? Don't just throw away everything. Please. I'm still going to be watching, and I don't know if I could bear that.
Then I guess this is goodbye.
It is.
I'll try not to die too quickly to come see you.
Well, I think if I wait much longer, Darius is gonna destroy the multiverse, so should probably get going.
Well, he already did that one time, so you know. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that. That's stupid.
Yeah.
I think Darius, like, we just like cut to a quick scene of Darius just like,
Lord Flying, they really are slow here.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just like goes to like kiss him one more time, I guess, and then
And you pull away.
They put their hands up to each other.
Yeah. And I think he says, wish me luck.
good luck. Pepe Miguel Poncio.
I think that's the first time you've ever said my full name.
Yeah, I hate it.
Honestly, I think I already knew that.
thought he was gonna say, honestly, so do I.
That's what I was expecting.
I thought about saying that, but no, Miggy likes his name.
He really doesn't. He loves like so fancy.
Yeah.
Ari Poncio.
And he takes one step backwards and fades. And then Darius is in his place.
Darius just falls on the floor and just like he's just laying there and goes.
And you hear in your mind, Darius, thank you.
Darius just kind of responds, "Don't mention it."
And I think we see Miggy, and he comes back up to like the big weight, and we see the four others there, the alternate versions,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of like walks up to them, and they're still like holding up the weight for him.
The five? No, they are the four. He was four.
No,
yeah.
because he's because you were the fifth, yeah. He steps over. He kind of like shrugs his shoulders a little bit. And he looks up at it, and he says, he looks back down at the four, and his eyes linger on Miggy and Ari, and he kind of like sighs. And I think as he steps up to it, he says, and he like settles his shoulders and like takes the weight again, and the other four like start fading away. He looks over at himself, and he says, do you think there's another one out there where it goes a bit better than this one, or yours? And Miggy, as he fades away, says, I'm going to choose to believe that. We were always optimists after all. And then he fades away, and Miggy is left with Willow holding the weight of the world. So, I feel like what we do is we end there, and we epilogue the rest of it, right? Like,
Because it's getting late.
Exactly. So we assume you guys get back into the real world, but now it's just a matter of like, what is the next step for everything? Like, what are the last end credit scenes we see with everybody? What's the next thing?
Can I say one thing?
Yeah, of course.
Does Toity find his mom in the afterlife?
I am not tell you.
Aha!
There is no way. I that is a rule I have set for myself. Once you leave Shibalba's plane, I will not tell you what happens after that. That is not a thing that anyone can know yet.
Well, at least I got a good ending.
Will we ever know?
At the end of the very end of the campaign, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so
Because I already know
Yeah.
what it is.
okay, so I think we pop back in and like Darius brings everyone back, and I think Darius just walks away.
You guys let him?
I mean, I do. I told him
I
to
don't.
leave.
Yeah.
Ari,
So
Ari
you stop
doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, where the hell do you think you're going?
Darius turns around. He shrugs. I don't know. I'm kind of a nomad.
I know that you're not my Darius.
Darius kind of like.
But you're still Darius.
And he looks back up at her.
Please stay. I don't want to lose any more people today. Please, Darius, I don't want to lose you again.
Darius like walks up to him.
I don't think she's as emotional as I am right now, but I'm just like, ah.
Yeah. Darius walks up to her and
all my makeup just gone.
Mine too.
All your genetic makeup just gone. I think Darius like just extends his hand and says, "My name is Darius Castrovit. First, last-born son of Leonechka Castrovit." So he like is extending his hand to shake your hand, like he's introducing himself.
All right, goes. Ari Armani, I thought last of the Armani clan. It's supposed to be chief of a dead tribe.
And Darius says, "Let's find them."
Yeah. Let's find Samuel.
So Raya, if Ari...
I begrudgingly will follow.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay.
I was waiting to see if Darius was gonna like try and shake my hand or something.
Darius knows better.
I was gonna flip him off.
Yeah. Okay, but
all right,
what if you did? What if you did though, Darius? What if for that? Because I kind of want that. But if you don't think Darius would do it, then it's fine.
It makes sense.
Like,
that Darius wouldn't.
I feel like Darius, like his kind of disposition towards her is, I mean, he's gonna let her hate him. That's what she wants, and Darius wants to give her what she wants. Darius still cares about her and wants what's best for her, and if that's what she chooses, then.
Well, if he even glances my way, this is what I'll do. I'll like flip him off and just be like, "Don't even start with me."
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. I just wanted that. I wanted that moment.
Saves the universe. What does he get?
Raya.
The middle finger.
Raya, I love you so much. So, I mean, the thought is basically what the plan is. You're gonna go find Samuel and Sabu, and then figure out from there what's next.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the plan. Mickey told me to go find Samuel, so that's what I'm gonna go do.
Yeah.
Sabu and Ari are currently the only people I trust in the world, so.
That's gonna change.
No. I know that. Raya doesn't.
Okay, so also just for the stream's sake, if anyone watching this right now hasn't gotten it yet, this is how resurrection works in this world. If you resurrect someone, they do not come back. They are not the same person. You are just taking someone from another parallel dimension and bringing them to yours. You are not actually bringing back the real person.
And that's why he has no memories of her.
Exactly.
Because in that parallel world, Raya probably doesn't exist.
Raya doesn't exist, probably. Whatever parallel world he came from. That's probably exactly
Oh,
the
This
same.
is still a more consistent story than Chrono Cross.
Yes, it is.
Which is why I was saying I was possibly screwed because I said that alt Raya was red. So if he was from that universe and I showed up,
he's not from that same universe.
Color.
No.
Okay. Well, that's good at least.
Maybe he's from like a universe where Raya was never adopted.
Yeah, probably. Right?
Or maybe someone else adopted her.
Well, no one would know in the first place.
Maybe somebody else adopted her and gave her that name of that girl that she hates, and she's that girl in the story, and that's why her memories are about her.
Gonna write something down real quick.
Okay, I think Seth said it best. Ah, frick.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
No, I mean, I kind of like just.
I know. I'll figure it out. I'm just writing this down as a possible option.
Here's the one thing I'm wondering.
The problem is, now that it's been said out loud, it's obviously not the exact truth, but it might be part of it.
Here's the thing I'm wondering. Next time we play this, who the heck am I gonna be?
Oh, I don't know, man. We're
Adeline versus the world.
Adeline.
I mean, the thing is that we're going to a whole new camp with a whole new set of people. Like,
it's gonna be a very different thing.
Right.
All I know is you're not playing Sabu.
I could be actually. That's a good
or
point.
Samuel. You're not playing Samuel.
If we go there, I could be like any person from the camp. So I could be.
Yeah, you can just make a new person.
Seth, you cannot be Darius.
I'm not gonna be. I wouldn't want to be any of you guys.
I know.
I am sad Toidy's dead, though. I really liked playing Toidy.
He died in like the most like hero I'm glad that they used his life energy in that way. Like that made his death seem less like
exactly.
I completed. If are we going to bother with Ghost? It doesn't matter for me.
Oh yeah, I mean it will because we need to.
Here's the thing.
People are going to level up.
Do I get more XP than everybody else for the party goal because I'm level 11?
Yes.
Here's the thing. I completed all but one of my goals tonight.
Okay, but so before we get to goals, there are a few passing things that I want to end credits, unless anyone else has end credit stuff.
I had something.
Okay, whoever wants to go first, Jordan or
Emily,
Emily,
if
go
you
ahead.
want to go first, you can.
I mean, once we get back and like have kind of had a second to rest, getting out the orb and just talking to Isaac and being like,
yeah,
what now?
Yeah. And so
like,
we
that's
see
all
Isaac.
I knew as a guardian is I have to make a new god of death, and now I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, and so Isaac is. So we see Isaac in a different attire than we've ever seen him in before. He's in some sort of. He's in a Spanish uniform, conquistador's uniform, because, you know, he's originally from Spain. And I
feel like all the Guardians should be required to wear it now since...
Well, that's the thing. I think we see the other Guardians in various forms of war attire. And basically what's happening is Isaac is leading a war meeting in the orb when you come in. And it's like you step into this like war room, right? And we see all this and everybody like looks up at Raya and you say, "What now?" And Isaac looks up from his like explanation of like a map of the Yolotli Basin, and he looks up at you, and he says, "The world isn't saved, Raya. What's next? We go to war." And that's, we just end there, and there'll be more details next season, but that's like the end credits thing we get. Darius. What was yours?
Mine wasn't Darius's.
Ooh. Okay, go ahead. Do it.
We catch a shot of later that night. Well, it's night here, at least. To a castle in Transylvania. And we see a what looks like this sort of like young lord, decked out in this black and red attire, and he's got this long white hair, and he's just sitting on his throne, staring out the window, and we see an assistant come up to him. And the man sitting in the throne says, it seems that there has been a new god of death. And the servant's like kind of quivers a little bit and says, "Sire, I'm sorry. We couldn't in time. The Lord sitting in the chair just laughs. He goes, "It is of no consequence." And he glances up at this full moon, and he just like reaches up towards it and like acts like almost caressingly, like just kind of puts his hand and like almost like he's trying to caress the moon, and he says, "We will simply return to our original plans." And the scene cuts.
Yeah, boy. Death stuff. Yeah.
Oh.
Zombies and vampires. Yeah.
Can I message you to let you know?
Yes, please do. Yes. Okay, so as part of this epilogue, we see. Do you guys go back towards Erendira City at all?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, where
okay.
did we pop out in the first place?
A bit of a ways away from it, so.
Like I'm thinking like northeast.
Yeah. So.
Is this going to be the last thing, or?
I have several. Go ahead. You do all your
I
stuff.
had an epilogue idea too.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Alyssa.
I'll end with all my stuff.
We're all just. It's so late, but
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay. I was just gonna say I was gonna do the last day before the trial, like do the rest of my backstory.
Oh yeah, sure, do it. Yeah, go ahead.
But there's a script.
Okay. You want to send it to me?
It's in the folder that I.
Oh yeah.
Can I do mine real? Can I do mine real quick while you're pulling up? Because mine has to be really quick. So mine is probably back at the camp where Samuel and all of them are, and you see this guy just walking around, and he's like carrying a backpack, and he puts his backpack down. He goes to pick something up, like on somewhere else. He looks around, his backpack is gone. He looks over, he's like, "What the?" He looks back to the thing he was supposed to be picking up, and that's gone too. And it's just like, and that's it. It's like he keeps like going to grab stuff, but it keeps disappearing.
Where is this?
Back at the camp where Samuel and Ib are, where they're heading.
Okay, you will have to message me about that because I want to know what that was about, but I like that.
What was what about? Sorry.
It's obviously setting up his new character.
Okay, yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
Caleb, I messaged you.
Everyone's messaging me stuff now.
I am not messaging you anything.
I'm not messaging you anything. You just need to go look up. You scroll all the way down to say one day before the trial.
Okay.
Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So set up the scene. It's the day before the trial. Actually, really the night before the trial, if we're being honest. But
yeah.
Arya's training outside in the courtyard with Samuel like they normally do. And Arya's just kind of like acting like nothing's wrong, like nothing's happening. She's just like training like normal, kind of even making jokes and whatnot. And then he interrupts.
Why the heck didn't you just refuse the trial? Ari, you're going to die tomorrow if you do this.
Well, thanks for that vote of confidence. Good to know you believe in me.
You know, I believe in you, Ari, but be realistic. You're not ready.
Stop it, Samuel. You know I have to do this. This is my title to defend. I'm supposed to be the village's next chief, not you.
I know that. I swear, I didn't want this. I had no idea Lorenzo was going to do that. He asked me yesterday if I would be willing to be the village chief if something were to happen to you, but I had no idea he was planning on revolting like this.
I believe you, Samuel, but that doesn't change the fact that I have to face a dragon tomorrow.
Then don't do it. You can still back out. Please, I don't want to lose my best friend and my cousin all in 1 week.
That all I am to you, just your cousin? You went, forget it. It's not important. I have to do this. I have to make my father proud and earn my title as chief.
So that's all you really care about? Making him proud? You'll die trying to do that.
Then so be it.
turns out everyone else died instead.
Yep. Rip.
Cool.
So yeah, that's the
Cool.
last of her backstory. So
Yeah.
I'll take inspiration for a
Yeah.
time when I need it.
Yeah, do go ahead and charge it.
I figured it's the end of the season. Let's just wrap up that arc there.
Yeah. Of course, you got to. And once that happens, that's a perfect segue to this. So we see Erendira City just demolished. It is ruined. Burning rubble, just gone. Just rubble and ruin. And we don't really see like any remnants of what did it. Like we don't see, but I mean, we as the audience can probably guess that it's Mazayol, the Feaster of Worlds, right? It's the dragon god basically who just devoured a bunch of void dragons and killed Erendira. But yeah, the whole place is just a wreck. But we cut to, as we get this like wide shot, then we cut to a zoom in on an alley somewhere in this burning town, this burning city.
Oh.
And we see
I know where you're going.
It's not what you think. It's not what you think.
That dragon god better have eaten Cohill.
It's probably not an alley. It's probably not an alley anywhere. It's actually probably we go back to like the ruined palace. We see part of this. What we see is actually a part of the because Erendira's palace was on like a mountain or a hill or whatever, like in the center of the city on this island or whatever. And so we see this like raised garden, and part of it's burning. Like a lot of the statues are just like knocked over. But
so
we see
raised garden.
Very true. Very true.
Great.
We see, we get a close-in shot on like a courtyard, like a marble courtyard. There's like a fountain that's like broken, and there's a statue that's knocked over. And suddenly we see Samuel step out into the courtyard. And he's like looking around. He's just like shaking his head. He's like, what did this? And Sabu is behind him and starts walking forward, and he's just like, well, whatever it is, we missed it, I think. Lucky that. And then behind him is Clement. And Clement is kind of like walking forward, kind of hunched. And he's like looking around. And he says, it's here. It's close. Just over that hedge, I think. And they start walking, and they like go around this hedge, and then they see this huge tree, this huge, beautiful tree. It's still more or less in good condition, even despite the garden being like raised and stuff. And it has the most succulent looking fruit. It's just this big old tree. And they kind of like walk up to it, and Clement like is standing underneath it, and he just kind of like smiles, this like evil smile, and he says, yes, here it is. I knew that it would take me here. And he reaches up and plucks the fruit off and just kind of looks at it. And we cut.
Okay, quick. Who is Clement again?
Clement is
The
the
evil guy.
traveler from the other world, the evil
Priest.
This is from actual Earth.
Okay.
This guy.
Right, remember from Side Stories when Gret gave up his life? That guy.
Yeah, it's that.
Okay,
guy.
it's that guy. Okay,
Yep, the guy that you let roam around.
I mean, in my defense, it's not like Sayori and Yi really had a chance to like be characters again and try to track him down.
True.
So.
Yeah. So that happens. I'm just gonna double check my notes real quick, make sure there's nothing else that needs to like be here in the final bit. Oh, you know what? You know what actually probably happens is we actually don't cut right there. Clement is looking at this fruit, and then Samuel is just kind of like looking over at some other part of the garden, just kind of like not really paying attention, and he hears something, and he like turns around and he says, "Sabu, did you hear that?" And Sabu's like, I think so. It sounded like an animal or something. What's still alive in this place? And then we see Buck climb over the hedge and look. And Sabu and Samuel like look at each other and like, that is what? It's ugly, right? Yeah. And then they just like look at each other and nod.
How
but
dare
yeah.
you?
But Buck crawls over to Samuel and just like kind of like nudges his foot. And Samuel like kind of like leans down and he looks up at Sabu. He's like, what in the? It's like he knows me or something. I don't. And he like reaches out and like kind of like strokes Buck once. And then the music like crescendos and that's where we cut. You're welcome.
Thanks for saving Buck. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm really glad that you didn't take the cheesy like thing and say, and Tohill walks out and
I was gonna be so mad. Please tell me he got eaten.
I don't know if I want to share Tohill's fate quite yet.
But I want him to have been.
I'm just double checking anything else.
He was in the room with the dragon thing. He should have been eaten.
Well, so was Buck, so.
Yeah, but Buck can fly.
I mean, Buck got away, like.
Tohill was literally unconscious on the floor and would have been a great afternoon snack after all those dragons. Nice chaser, you know. Okay, we need to end up because I need to be up for like 6 hours.
Nothing like some toes and heels to chase a couple dragons.
Can I still get experience even though I died?
Yes. So I think the very last thing we see is we get a shot of the dungeons beneath, like the caves beneath the burning sanctum. And we see Chalmer walk down some of these stairs. So this like person who looks like half fire Nazi, half tiefling basically. And he is holding the fire mask in his hand. And he's like walking deliberately away. And he like walks over to this dark void in the wall. The one that Toity
touched. That one.
Touched.
It wasn't dark.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a black sphere of annihilation, remember?
That was purple.
No. That was that was other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. We see him like walk up to this and he's looking at the fire mask and he says, well, this didn't go exactly how I planned it to. What do you think? What should we do next? Toity failed. The god of death is back, so I'm not entirely sure what this mask is useful for anymore. And then we hear a familiar voice say back. We hear Balaam say, this new god of death, he is struggling with something right now. I think we can still have the army we need. His attention is busy elsewhere. Yeah, and Chalmer just kind of like nods and he says, well, I trust you, of course. How are we going to hide it from them? And Balaam says, we are not. You're going to kill them. And Chalmer kind of like narrows his eyes and says, we can still use them. Isn't the shrine, aren't we going to bring you back through that? What have I been doing here all this time? And Balaam says, they are useless to us now. This place, it is not what it once was. With the god of death's return, the shrines are returning back under his control. We cannot come through the cracks that we once were leaking through. No, we need some other way. Kill them and come to me. I will show you the way. And Chalmer just nods. And he looks back at like the stairway up into the burning sanctum. And then we cut for the last time.
Literally every NPC we know is like dead. Just gone.
I mean, this is that. Who knows if Chalmer's going to succeed on this. Right. But yeah, I mean, a thing that I did remember is that nobody contacted the Burning Sanctum about Chalmer being a traitor.
Well, we haven't exactly had time.
I know. Mm-hmm.
Well,
You know?
what is it? Whatever his name, if he was like scrying on us in the time, I said Chalmers a traitor out loud to Darius.
So, just as a quick fun fact, Erendira had a bunch of Fae working for her that were as soon as basically right after the last time that Zaman used his scrying ability, she got these Fae working for her, and whenever Zaman tried to scry after that, he couldn't because they were blocking him.
Okay.
So, yep. He didn't know anything that happened in that whole shebang. So we'll see what has become of the Cult of the Dying Flame and Chalmer and all the rest of these people.
It's just gonna be the Cult of the Dead Flame.
Yeah, the Cult of it's all dead now. Yeah.
Also, fun fact: what I messaged Caleb was, what would I roll to check if
Right.
Or, let me see.
I'm the only one.
What did I say? I said
it's if you lose all hope or whatever. Yeah.
If I were trying to make a check to see if I've given up hope, what would it be for my wisdom save? If I had failed, I would have used my 4th level spell instead of to do mass healing word to message Cebu.
Oh.
Because if I would have lost all hope,
because he would have been like,
my last.
It's the end. I have to. Yep.
Would have been.
I did it my
Wow.
way.
That's why he was just like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Caleb didn't even know that. It was just.
I didn't know that part, but I definitely was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna lose all hope.
That's
no, poor
That's what I
Ryan.
was saying. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Okay, let's do some goals and get out of here.
Yes.
Toity.
Well, make a name for myself on the mainland. Did I?
People will remember you for all time.
I've been doing this one for.
Traitorous Log Blossom.
I have been doing this one literally since we got to the island.
Since the mainland, yeah.
And I found out what I was doing with myself and executed it. And
That's-
executed myself in that sense.
We actually have an exact number for that. That's.
It's 12 plus 10, so 20, 22 episodes.
Is it
And you
12
kept
You've been
that
working
as
on
your-
it for.
Well-
Yeah, because season 3 and
Wow.
season 4, which is 10 episodes.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
So that is 22 episodes of work on that goal. All right, guys. Let's see. Well, so
It's
you
not
also
gonna
finished.
matter.
Toity becomes a god at level 20, and it's just...
So you also finished Find a News Purpose in Life and Survive. Well, you didn't complete Survive the Mission.
No.
You did succeed on the character goal though, or the party goal. Sorry, the Make New God of Death, and you were instrumental in that. And that's you guys have been working on that since episode
Season
22.
3, yeah.
Exactly. He's been working on these 2 goals since the beginning of the entire thing. So, what are you, level 10?
Yep.
All right.
Not anymore.
Let's
Not
take a
that it
look at
matters.
this, shall we?
I mean, can we say that
So-
whatever level I'm at is the level of my next character? Or is that... I don't know. We'll see.
Probably not, but we'll see.
Because didn't we agree that if a character dies, it's whoever is the lowest level? That's what
The problem is if you guys don't love... Not this gonna matter.
I mean, they're also going to finish the party goal, so...
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me figure out how to do
I will
So
almost
it's-
certainly level.
This didn't age well. No, it did not.
Yep.
Wait, what?
The thing I posted last week of like, I'm alive! Woo, yeah! It's like, this didn't age well. Well, Caleb said this didn't age well.
Okay. So, Toity,
Mm-hmm.
you earned... Gosh, wow. You earned 28,200 XP.
What?
Yep.
Wait, what level would that be?
Just for funsies.
Yeah, just for funsies.
I'm 108,503.
Yeah, what is that?
That's level 12.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness.
So you
literally
leveled
just
2
skipped.
levels. You just skipped level 11.
Well, I was right at the end of
Gosh.
level 10.
That's
I was
true.
literally 5,000 away from the end of level.
You leveled an entire level. Congratulations, Toity. Okay, cool, awesome. So, Raya.
He died.
I did not work on teaching Darius how to read, and I'm never going to work
true.
on that again.
Oh
Who
no.
knows? This Darius might even know how to read already.
No,
He doesn't.
he doesn't.
I don't know that. I'm just betrayed.
Maybe he had. What if this Darius has higher progress than last Darius, and he's actually only like 50 days away from, being able to read?
No.
Never gonna know. I accomplished surviving the mission, which was my 3rd episode doing that. Did I accomplish protecting the party? Toity died.
Toity died, right? Yeah, I don't know if you did.
I worked on it.
You worked on it, yeah. You
But
didn't
it's like-
complete it, though.
Yeah.
You
And
failed
then,
in execution, unfortunately.
Completing the party goal, which I'm level 11, so I get boosted
You're level
XP.
11, okay. Gosh, all right. Let's see. So you got that, and you said three sessions working on?
3
The other
sessions is the one that I completed, and then I just worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get 17,200 XP, Raya.
Okay. I'm also level 12 now.
Whoa, really?
Uh-huh.
Which, so you were level 11 and now you're just level 12.
You're level 11 for like 1 episode.
Yep. And I
That's
didn't
so
even
funny.
do anything with it, and now I'm just level 12.
Wow. Okay. Miggy
Is a little god.
is a
so-
god. I mean, I feel like he proved himself to the party.
Yeah.
Finally.
Has that been his goal for since season 3?
Season 3, yeah.
Keep my companions safe. Oh,
Yeah.
he tried.
No, well, he did. Him becoming the god of death kept us safe in that sense.
Yeah, but you still died.
But you still died. It was the same sort of goal as protect the party, basically.
Yeah.
Ensure the mission's success. I mean, he obviously did that. I definitely want to see how he levels, though. Because he's like level 8 right now. So, let's see. So, that is...
Level 10
So
experience.
it's...
Probably
You're
like
giving
to
him
level
level
10. Yeah. He probably gets to level 10 at this point.
And then he helps complete the party goal. Mickey gets 27,200 XP.
Dang.
Woo!
So
Wow.
Miggy,
amazing.
So does he level up
know.
as a god now?
I mean, yeah, obviously. He is a... Let's see. He currently has 43,200. And with this... See, that's 70,400.
He's 10.
So he's level 10. Congratulations, Miggy. You're a level 10 god. Cool. Ari?
Which is very fitting, because if he got his experience first, Ari really did complete her goal.
I really would have completed the goal.
Trained
You
him
did.
up to her level.
Exactly, you did. That was the whole point of the goal.
But I didn't put train Mickey for this session, so I mean, do I still get the experience? Like,
No, you don't. You can't, like...
but,
Yeah.
I didn't think I was ever gonna get like.
If it's any consolation, Alyssa,
Yeah.
now Emily isn't ever going to finish the goal with Darius either.
Yeah. I'm never gonna finish anything with Toity anymore.
Yeah, I just don't think so, Alyssa. Like...
Maybe like residual XP. I don't know.
I'll give you half of what you would normally get.
That's fair. I'll
Yeah.
take it. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's
I
better
would-
than nothing. So.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
This
so
is, I'm like, it's just.
you were level 10 too, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, so get out of my contract with Laura Navarro by protecting Raya. I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I survived the mission.
Everybody's had goals.
I completed that.
How many times have you had that?
Oh
one?
gosh, how many times have I had that? Since we left the Burning Sanctum.
Y'all need to keep tally marks like I do.
I know.
I didn't think about it.
Since you left the Burning Sanctum, so probably like, I don't know, like 6 sessions maybe?
Yeah, I think I've had it for like 6 sessions. And then protect the people I love. I don't think I did that.
You worked on it, at least you tried.
On it.
Well, hold on.
Okay, you get 25,350.
Wait.
You still get a whole bunch.
That's it, even with train Miggy.
Whoa. Hold on. With protect the people she loved, does that include Toity or not? I know that's messed up.
Because I didn't.
That's why she just worked.
She worked on it. She just worked on it. She didn't complete it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the people that she loved. Is Toity?
Well, that's the thing. Even then, Miggy counts as that, and he's a god now. And like, I don't know if that. She couldn't protect him from that, right? Like from leaving her, basically. So, yeah, I think she worked on it, but she didn't.
That's including the party goal and everything. Dang.
25,350.
I would have thought that I would have gotten more than that compared to what everybody.
Well, everybody's their goal for like completing the like 22 session goals is 12,700.
Except I got boosted.
Except you got more. Yeah, you got more.
Level up already.
Because you're level 11.
Right.
So it was 12,700 plus like 6,000 something for the half goal for the half completed Miggy training.
Any consolation was that?
And then
you get the least of all.
And then survive the mission, which is 6, which is like.
Okay, let me see if I obviously level up to
like
level
5,
11.
000.
Let me see if I leveled up to level 12.
If you were less than 10,000 away, you should level up to 12.
I am level 12. I just supersede level 11.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone has just skipped level 11.
Okay,
except
but
me.
then the problem is that I was going to take one more level of Ranger and then I'm starting to do Fighter now.
Okay,
at
then
level
do that.
12.
Yeah.
So I was going to wait until I met Samuel to start doing that, but...
I mean, that's the thing, right? I don't know what the next season is going to look like. So it's entirely possible, depending on what we want the premise to be when we get back to it, that like it's like you've already been at the camp sort of a thing, right? That might be a possible idea. So, yeah. Okay, cool. So, Darius, you figured out how blood can create a new god of death. You just gotta step up your friend's blood,
all you gotta do is yeet your friend's life energy into your other friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Toity, yeet.
How many times have you been working on that? Most of this season, yeah.
Yeah, like when did this season start? Like it's been
10 episodes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to think like. When did Darius learn that it was blood that could make a new god of death?
Let's give you another 6 session. I think it was about the same time that Ari.
Mid
yeah.
Season.
Yeah.
Mid season 3.
Okay, so you get some for that.
Rescue the party. I failed. I did not rescue the party.
Yep, but you attempted to, so you get some pity XP. You defeated Erendira. How long have you had that?
Did we defeat Erendira?
We prevented her.
Masayul ate her.
Right.
Well, and that's a good thing. We defeated her in the sense that we stopped her from.
Yeah, I think you get working on XP, but not full XP. Yeah. And then you get party goal. You get the party goal. So you get 19,000 XP.
Yep. 19,000.
That's still more than I got. So that's good at least.
That's more than you got?
Yeah.
Oh. Plus 19 even, right?
Yep, 19,000.
Whoops.
Guys, they just added all my 6 level spells now.
Nice.
You guys want to know how much total XP I have right now?
99,000.
No.
How much?
100,200.
Oh.
So you just barely make it to level 12. So we're all level 12 now.
Everybody's level 12.
So Toity, you get to come back, or Seth gets to come back level 12.
Good.
Yep. Nice.
I have an idea of what I want to play, but I'm not sure because it's.
I mean, we won't know until we'll have to. That'll be a whole other conversation in the future.
Can I ask something?
Yeah. Can I? Yeah.
Am I still lawful neutral?
I don't know. That's up to you.
Like, I was lawful neutral because I knew I was gonna have.
Yeah, like a code.
It was a code to do whatever it took to make a new god of death.
Yeah.
but that's been finished and broken now. That part's finished at least. So
yeah, you might have an alignment change.
Yeah, so I think what happens, and this might be like post credits too, Darius does, like, I perform ceremony on myself, and it's basically it's atonement. You touch one willing creature whose alignment has changed, and you make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On a successful check, you restore the target to its original alignment. So basically, I think until
you want to do that on yourself.
Yeah, I think until he keeps attempting it until he's able to atone.
And what was your original alignment?
Lawful good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing. We see you trying to atone. Interesting. So just for canon's sake, also, in the alternate universe where Darius came from, he definitely officiated the ceremony between Nari and Miggy.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
I just gotta say before, because we really need it. And I gotta
we need to end it.
But
yep.
For this being Jordan's last night with us for a very long time, this was a great session.
Such a good send off.
I'm glad we got
such a good send off.
Yes.
Yep.
Amazing.
So this is the end of season 4 of Terra Nullius and Terra Nullius in general for a while. We're gonna come back to it at some point. I have high hopes that we will. But in the meantime, we're gonna do something else because Jordan is gonna go to college and won't be as free. And so in the meantime, we're gonna do a shorter thing, and we'll figure out what that is in the weeks to come. We will not be meeting next week. We will not have an episode next week of anything. But in the meantime, we will figure out what's going on. We're gonna figure out what campaign we're gonna do next with Seth, Alyssa, Emily, and possibly another slot. I'm not sure yet. We're trying to figure out if we might have another guest slot there.
Could you do Diesel Punk Burning Wheel?
I would have to seriously hack that system, but
maybe next week I'll steal your time slot and play Fiasco.
Yeah.
Heck, if there's a slot open and you want to join, Caleb.
I mean, if I would be free on Thursday night because this is the only thing I do on a Thursday night.
Well,
so.
I'll see if people. I'll message people tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like that. That'd be fun. Alrighty, that's it from us. We're out. Season 4 is a wrap.